Rookie move. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? I hope everybody can hear me. If you can't, make sure you just tell me in the chat. Wow, already. That was quick. What's up? So, first one in tonight, Trev, good to see you. Kerber, thanks for the last shout out right before they went off. Sure Kitty, John Trombetta, Robotic, Sherry G, Mike Franklin. Hey, Ken, how's it going, buddy? Sorry I haven't gotten in touch with you. We will talk. I just have got a lot of stuff going on. Let's see. YPC, that's what I'm going to call Young Pain Chain. I'm just going to call YPC. It's not PYT, YPC. Let's see. Yeah, I see you lurking, Jason's chat and stuff like that. Hey, what's up, Adam? Mr. Whiskey Shits, how you doing? Bobby McDaniels, Slacky Mac. Now these are not actually names now that are not ones I don't recognize. Des F. I know that I don't know who that is, but I've seen the name before. I believe that you actually are following me. That you might be following me over on Instagram also. Let's see. Oh, thanks. I was wondering if anybody would notice what that actual thumbnail was, but then again, I figure most people knows that that's out of from John Wick. But yeah, I got to do work on getting them cleared up and stuff like that. I'm using just an app on my phone and doing thumbnails right off my phone and then uploading them. What the hell is that? Oh. I said I don't need to use the Mash and Drums music on my show. He'll demonetize me. Oh, wait, I don't get any money yet. Pretty Young Chang. There you go. PYC. There you go. Let's see. Yeah, no, it's not. It's just good to see you, Ken. And then Kerber. Yeah, the Mash. I was watching the Mash and Drum on my tablet. Right now, I have 4 screens going at one time. I'm monitoring Instagram for some other friends that are on there. I got my tablet, which I was monitoring Jason on, watching Jason on. I have my television. I have as a second monitor and a second screen, so I can watch YouTube. I can watch the stream over on the big TV, and then I'm using my computer screen to do all this other stuff. So I forgot to stop the automatic play on the videos, so that's why that popped up. So let's see who else is here. Lava Man, Colin Murray Bain. Good to see you guys. I'm not drinking a whole lot still. My stomach still hasn't fully recovered, acid wise and stuff like that. I did have a couple of drinks on Bobby when I made the barbecue blend bourbon battalion earlier that he did. Let's see, and so I had that a little bit earlier. I do have one poured, and that is an Elijah Craig toasted barrel. And then depending on how I feel here, because I actually ate real food. Well, not real food because it's Domino's, but I haven't had pizza in like a while, and for $5.99 it was a lot cheaper than going to the store and buying stuff to make dinner tonight. So let's see. And we all know that I need to save as much money as I possibly can. So let's see. If camera angle is interesting for whiskey too, why no angle for the whiskey? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, because I'm off to one side. Excuse me. I didn't even notice that. Thanks for pointing that out. I have different setups for Instagram and for YouTube, and I was doing some Instagram stuff a little while ago, and I was going to go live on Instagram for a couple minutes with some other people, but it ended up getting canceled, and I just never moved back into the frame. So there. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Whiskey wise, yeah. I'm working on some other setups and stuff like that. I've been playing with lights tonight and switching from side to side, and I put up a little bit bigger light in the back, and So I'm working on some other setups and stuff, and then I figured out how I'm going to do an overhead like a camera that I can, to where once I get all the stuff cleaned up and set up, that I can highlight bottles and stuff on or whatever. So yeah, thanks, Amy. Oh wow, Amy. Hey, all you East Coast people that normally are supposed to be going to sleep now that after Jason, appreciate you being here, and the West Coasters and the Australians. So let's see. Okay. See, I think what was I missing here? If I don't pop stuff up on the screen, just just doing a flyby. Okay. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Hey Simon, how's it going? Sorry I haven't talked to you and Ken in a while, but that'll change. See, Bourbon, good to see you, sir. Let's see. And then all right, so okay, so yeah, so that's let me just get this out of the way off the bat before I ask people if they want to come on and whatever. So the update now, I mean, it hasn't been that long since the last update, which was yesterday, but I did have a phone interview today. It went rather well. I had the interview. I called the technical recruiter that was set me up for the interview. And by time we had been talking on the phone for about a minute and a half, and the person who interviewed me texted him and emailed him that they wanted him to contact me to ask about coming down to the actual plant and possibly doing a tour and talking to a couple other people. One would be a process engineer and the other one would be HR. And that was within 5 minutes after I finished my interview. So that at least it looks promising. I'm not crossing my fingers and not going to get my hopes up, because then if something goes wrong, then because of what I talked about before the last few months, if I get too freaking hyped and it doesn't come to fruition, then it could put me right back where I was for the last couple months. So I'm not, but I do feel good. That's why I went ahead and treated myself to a pizza and a couple of drinks tonight. Let's see, trying something new tonight on the live. No, not really. Just bullshitting, just talking. I'm just trying to the Saturday lives before HBR. Those I'm gonna try to get back into I'm gonna try to do it again this Saturday, and the format's should be the same. We can talk about music or whatever. Anybody wants to talk about, kind of like the way this is, but there'll be a subject to where people will be able to talk, that we can talk about instead of, just rambling on or whatever the whole time. But tonight, the reason I'm on tonight is because I haven't done this for 2 weeks after doing it for a few weeks in a row. And I just want to, I want to get back in the swing of things. And that's the other thing about this job compared to the other jobs that I have other interviews for. I have one tomorrow afternoon at like 2:00. And then I got to go in at 9:00 on Friday. I'm going to the other interview. I had the second interview for what I did today. Tomorrow I have an interview with Anheuser-Busch tomorrow afternoon. And then Friday I have some testing I'm supposed to do Friday afternoon. But I might not do the testing Friday afternoon if they decide to tell me that they want me to come work for them on Friday at this place, because it's a little bit more money than the other places. Still less than what I was making, but not very much less. Like, it's not that big of a hit. But anything's not a hit when you're not working at all. But then the other thing is, it's only It's within 10 minutes from where I live. And the other thing is, it's a standard Monday through Friday day shift job. A little bit of overtime here and there, and every once in a while, I mean, I guess every once in a while, a weekend for projects and stuff. So that would allow me, and truthfully, not to be mean to anybody here, and please don't take this the wrong way, but YouTube wasn't going to be my first priority for this whole trying to get a job. If I had to drop it, or I had to just completely, not completely go away, but pop in here and there and just be in chats while I was at work or something like that, then that's what was going to happen. But this would allow me to be able to still do videos and make content and be involved like I always have been. So, and that kind of makes me feel good that if I can get that job, that it would actually put me in probably a way, even though it's $3 or $4 an hour less. It would put me in a way better place than the last place I did work. Because the last place I did work, it was during the slow season. It was like you were lucky if you worked Friday, so you might work only 4 days a week. But in the busy season, you'd work whatever they could legally make you work, which is up to 12 hours in a day and up to 13 days straight, and then 1 day off and then do 13 days straight, and then 1 day off and then do 30 days straight. So, yeah, and but yeah, so I didn't even look to see how many people were actually watching this. Wow, 30 people. That's crazy. So, trying to think if there's anything. Tonight's Mash and Drum. That was really cool. The fact that, like I said, when they brought up that they were doing, when they started doing the wrestling thing, I was like, it's a good thing I wasn't on there, because that's like my jam next to metal music. Like literally, that's like one of my my other hobby / passions. I go to wrestling events and conventions and stuff like that also. Unfortunately, I've never been to a pay-per-view, but I've been to a lot of Monday Night Raws and SmackDowns and ROH shows when they come out here, and a couple PWG shows. And in California, if anybody knows anything about Southern California, there's like 3 or 4 wrestling promotions that are always going. Hey, Mike, what's going on? So yeah, so then that would have been a really good subject for me to jump in on, because I have a lot of. I actually, once I get done with this tonight, then I will probably do a quick scan through NXT and AEW shows tonight. So, because like I said, I mean, actually, whiskey's taking a little bit more of the wrestling away from me, as in I don't pay as much attention to it as I did before, because I'm paying more attention to this and the people who in this community and everything else. But yeah, I don't know why I don't know if it's doing it on YouTube. I haven't seen it yet, but on my screen over here, it like all of a sudden it's locking up, and I have like really good internet. I don't know what's going on. So let me close a couple windows and see if that helps out. So at the top of the chat, it is pinned. It still, I think it should be pinned. I think. Is it still pinned? Yeah, it's still pinned at the top of the chat. Or let me hold on. Maybe it's not pinned. There we go. Make it easy. That's probably why nobody's. Okay. So at the top of the chat, it is now pinned officially. I thought I did it earlier. Hey, what's up, Tito? Bobby McDaniels. What's going on? So the link is pinned at the top. I've given my quick update. I'm not going to get into all the, unless somebody really wants to know all the details. And if they do want to know all the details, I'm sure that if they have any contact with anybody else in the chat, they pray that there's most people know what's been going on with me. But whatever you guys want to come on and talk about, you want to talk about wrestling, you want to talk about whiskey, you want to talk about just want to BS and whatever, like we've done before, just go ahead and click the link at the top, and you can go ahead and come on and we'll talk for a little bit. I don't know exactly how long I'll be on. So I'm in Southern California. I'm southeast of LA, San Bernardino area. That's where I'm located at myself. Let's see. And that's the thing that's amazed to me is that it's 11 o'clock. It's 11:30 at night, and I know some of the people here they frequent the late night freaking feeds and stuff like that. So, but there's a few in here that I know that live on the East Coast that I haven't really seen on some of the later shows and stuff like that. But it's good to see people. Jeffrey Wack, what's going on? So if anybody wants to jump on, talk bullshit, talk about what they're drinking, whatever, just go ahead and jump on. I'm probably it's only 8:30 here, so I would say I'm probably going to more than likely, if there's enough people still here, if there's one people here, that's enough. But so that doesn't mean to the other 28 if you take off. But if that be the case, I'll be here for a little bit. You're falling asleep during Mash and Drawn. Well, then guess what? Sorry, Sure Kitty. You're going to probably be freaking falling asleep during me. I ain't exactly the most exciting son of a bitch in the world. But let's see. We go. What was this? Dear, we're glad the unit and lightning surgery went well. I must have missed something. Let's see. Yeah, robotic. So throw it up in the chat what you're drinking. I don't know if anybody saw earlier because I don't know how many people were on Bobby Bourbon Battalion's live, but he did a really cool some blending, and which is that's what his Wednesdays. This is Wednesdays Blends. It's goes on before I want to say about 4:30 East, 4:30 West Coast, so 7:30 East Coast. He goes on, does some blending, does some talking, and so it was cool. It was good. It was really cool. The blend he came up with today that he was talking about was specifically towards barbecue, and his original recipe for himself didn't necessarily require to add extra smoke to the drink, but Daniel, a guy named Daniel, probably somebody I do know, but just didn't recognize off the bat. He wanted to know how he could get more smoke into it, so he went through the whole explanation and pulled out the chips and showed how he smokes cocktail drinks and stuff like that. But it was 2 parts High West Campfire, 1 part Midwinter Night's Dram, and 1 part 1910 Old Forester. And it's really, I'm not, when I tasted it, when I first tasted it, I didn't particularly care for it. But then again, at the same time, both my Campfire and my Midwinter Night's Dram were brand new. I just opened the bottles. So they were both neck pours. So then I went for a little bit, open the bottles for a little bit, let them sit for a little bit, and then redid it again. And it came out really, really good, really, really nice. So it's something that it's another thing that interests me about the whole blending thing and stuff like that. So you should go check out Bobby on Bourbon Battalion. Good guy. Check out his videos. Click the notification so you know when he's going live. He also does a little like campfire deal outside at his fire pit on Friday nights on Instagram. I don't know what the time is. And if Bobby, if you aren't here and I missed you, I'm sorry, but you can go ahead and throw it up there if you're not already hadn't already gone to sleep. Okay, let me see. Having trouble joining my StreamYard. Let's see. Hold on. Let me try to do the link over again. Hold on. Let's see. This is the link. This is the link to get me. It's probably. I think it's the same link, but try that one, Ad. In worst case scenario, I can always restart all this. If anybody else wants to come on, or anybody wants to try and make sure that if the link works or whatever, even if you don't want to come on, just somebody click the link so that somebody comes in the studio and then just like wave at me that you don't want to come on, and then at least I know that the link works and that. So, well, I'll find out real quick, won't I? Okay, hold on. Okay, well, the link. Oh, yeah, the link works. So let's see. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So everybody still hear me? I hope. Yeah, that link works. Well, at least it got me in. So, yeah, if you can click the link, jump on. If it's still having problems, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. So I must have hit something. Hold on. Let me see. Let me repin it. Okay, let's try that. Okay, well, Adam, you popped up, but then it says your device isn't connected. I don't know what's going on with that. Huh. So, let's see. Who else is in this chat that I can. Hold on a second. James. James, if you're still here, yeah. Yeah, James, if you're still here, go ahead and try to come in the chat real quick. Okay, there's Mr. Whiskey Shits to see if it's there he is. Okay. It does work. Hold on. Here we go. There you go.
There we go.
How you doing, buddy?
Good, man. How you doing?
A lot better than I have been in the. Well, we've talked, so yeah, a lot better than I was before. Like I said, today was that the background's too busy. I can't. Kind of freaking me out here. Let's go to the back one. There you go. So yeah, the after today was just a little, I was super nervous. Actually, Cheech called me out of the blue. He had asked for my number the other night, and I didn't even think about it. And I was kind of like laying down because I got super nervous this morning, and because of the interview coming up, and it made myself sick to my stomach because I kept on getting in my head and going, "Well, you need to." All that stuff, and I got sick and I started throwing up, and so I laid back down because I got a really bad headache. And then my phone rang, and it was Cheech, and he called me. We didn't talk about my issues, my problems, or anything like that. He just called to talking bullshit while he was driving home, and he said, "Well, you need somebody to calm you down. I'm here to talk to you about whatever you want to talk about, and we'll get you calmed down." And that actually helped out a lot because we got off the phone about 15 minutes before my interview. And after I got off the phone with him, I didn't even think about it and really think about anything. I just watched a little YouTube and kind of chilled out. And then the phone rang, and boom, I got it all set up on my speakerphone and everything else, and just went through it. And like I said, as soon as I was off the phone with them, I called the recruiter like the recruiter asked me to, called him. And while I was on the phone with him, within 5 minutes after being on the phone with him, they had contacted him to set me up to go in and talk to the process engineers and some of the other people. So hopefully everything works out.
Yeah, man. Big thing about being off for a while, like out of work stuff, is like confidence.
Yeah.
So like that nervous that you experience today, like that's confidence, where you're like, I don't know, can I still get there? Can I still present myself as being confident?
Right. Yeah. So, are you taking that 40-minute drive to? Oh no, you're not in Salt Lake City. You're in St. George. So, are you taking that drive up to Park City tomorrow?
No, but I have I have a buddy taking it for me. So yeah, I'm getting that bottle for sure, but I had to work out some other way to snag that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I was like, too bad Adriana isn't like off. She probably has to work tomorrow, but too bad she wasn't off because she's a lot closer to the Park City than you are, right?
Yeah, I need to. I mean, I'll be up there next week, so I'll be able to go scoop those up when they drop them. They drop them, I think, like once a month. They drop picks up there. So yeah, man. Once I get up there, I'll start grabbing an extra bottle, and then I'll hit you up about them. But that
cool.
Sounds like a good one, dude. That's a rendezvous rye with a Madeira finish.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that like the only finished picks, the only picks that High West does that are distributed outside of Utah are American Prairie and Double Rye. So this is so
this is their premium rye with a finish.
Right. Yeah, and so that's one of those things. Like when you said that when you had that on the chat earlier, it immediately caught my eye, and I'm like, wait a second, I've got like all those High West bottles. That I have the 2 Yippee-Ki-Yays, and I have the original batch 12 Yippee-Ki-Yay, and then the 2018 C28 Yippee-Ki-Yay, and then the Boo Rye and all other stuff that before they decided to make it distillery only. And I'm sitting there going, what? Rendezvous Rye? They're doing a finish? I don't care if the finish is freaking Jephthah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't care if they're finishing it with Jephthah. At least I'm gonna try it because freaking, that's some good stuff. But
hey, let me ask you: do you want a bottle? Do you want me to get you one?
Right now I can't afford to do stuff like that right now. So
what about a trade?
Let's see. What were we trading already? I'm trying to think. The Knob Creek 12 when you get that.
Yeah, I think the Knob Creek 12 with the Knob Creek store pick was the main one. You were talking about the Eagle Rare store pick.
Oh yeah, the Eagle Rare store pick. See, well, if you were watching last night, I told Adriana. I went ahead and told her that once I get everything figured out, I'd send her I have a Whiskey Wives pick, Knob Creek, that I told her I would send her. And then I said right then, I said, hey, Adam, don't worry. I still got you. I have some other store picks like a High Times and some other store pick Knob Creeks. So we can work something out because I also have I'm sure I've got a Booker's lying around here somewhere, and I mean I'm sure there's something that I got that we could trade for. So, but don't go out of your way. Just getting a sample would be more than enough for me.
It's up to you, man. I can get you a bottle, or if you're cool with the sample, I'll do that too. So,
yeah, I'm cool with the sample for right now. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself right now. Once I get back to a normal everything, then I'll be able to really get, because I've got stuff in boxes that I just came across today that I was like, oh shit, I bought that. And freaking I didn't realize, like, I had stored some boxes in my bedroom in the closet, and then through things being moved around, I covered them up. I didn't realize I had 4 or 5 bottles of, I mean, nothing major or anything like that, but, you know, there was a couple that I was like, oh, that's right. I do have that. I didn't give that away. So, and then I have some stuff. There's some people sending me some things already, just like Bobby from Bird Battalion sending me a 107, an antique 107 because, I guess, just because. And then I got some other stuff coming from Dan Shook, that I had won, and I don't know what else. He said that there was a surprise, but I don't know if it's going to be a good surprise or a bad surprise, knowing him. And
yeah.
So, you know, it's all good right now. I'm glad that people are watching, and they're dropping like flies now. Started out at 30, and Sherry said something about not Sherry, but Sherry Key said something about almost falling asleep on Mash and Drum, and then I told her, well, she's going to fall asleep on here. And she said something about, what was it? If I talk about metal music, she'll be around. Well, she seems to be around here still too. I'm sorry, Sugar Kitty's still around. I hate to say she, I hate to say he, because, you know, it's Sugar Kitty. But
who knows?
Yeah, who knows? But it's just good to see. It's just good to see that people are, you know, especially the East Coast people are willing to come and hang out for a little bit after Jason and stuff like that. But I was waiting. I thought for sure that like Ken and Simon would have already freaking been banging on the door to jump on. But, you know, they're still in the chat, so that's a good thing too.
Hop in, Ken. I told him to hop in. He said he might for a minute, but
yeah, so I'm sitting there. I'm trying. When's the last time that Ken ever popped in for a minute anywhere? That's what I'm trying.
Yeah,
but
then he's like 1 minute. No, like I got to get to work. I better not. Hey, did you see that I sent you today?
Yeah, I did. Freaking, that's nice. That's sweet.
Yeah.
How much? Well, if you don't mind, how much did you end up having to spend on that?
Before tax, it was $121, so not crazy.
Oh, holy shit! It cost me $170 to get the 10-year bourbon.
Really?
Yeah, and I wanted to get the 10-year rye, but they didn't have it. Well, wait a second, hold on. Yeah, I got the bourbon. I couldn't get the 10-year rye.
The MSRP for the bourbon in Utah is like 107.
Yeah, but yeah, I've kind of went, if nobody's noticed what they ever watch me, I was never a big rye guy when I started, but now I'm kind of a rye guy. I'm really like Wild Turkey rye. I love that stuff. The High West ryes and stuff. As long as it's not too spicy, like too freaking spicy or too wintergreen, I like that.
Yeah, I think yours is more like low. What is it? The lower rye or the barely legal rye.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Michter's. I like Michter's. I like Michter's regular rye. I do have a toasted barrel that I have put away for a rainy day just in case I decide once I get through the other 9 bottles of rye that I already have open, I'll end up popping that open. I don't want to open another one. The one I opened that I don't really want, I drink very slowly is the Willet 4-year.
You don't see them often, or
No, it's just that depending on how it goes. Yeah, and then smoke. You know what? I'll tell you right now that I have the regular freaking smoke wagon, the small batch, and what's the other one? Trying to think what the other one I have is, but I had them and everybody's talking about it, and I've tasted them other places and stuff like that, but they weren't necessarily on my radar because I have this thing about once I get into a certain bottle, I almost don't ever get out of that bottle till it's gone, and it wasn't even on my radar, and then they're talking about it one night, and I popped it open, and holy shit, freaking the damn thing tastes like freaking. People here know what root beer is, but not a lot of people know what sarsaparilla tastes like, which is, old school, old timey freaking root beer. The closest thing to it is like a Barks is probably the closest to an actual sarsaparilla, but it had that note and everything to it, and I was like, oh yeah, I can get into this, but I'll get myself in trouble because those things, in case you go to Nevada, are end up being sometimes hard to find. Small batch, not so much, but for some reason they seem to drop a lot more. But anything else, yeah, you can't get a hold of that smoke wagon stuff. So, what was it?
Sherry G was in the chat because I sent her a bottle today.
You did what now?
I just sent her a bottle of the smoke wagon, uncut, unfiltered.
Yeah, she was here earlier.
Yeah, she won it. She won it on HBR stream on Saturday.
Yeah.
Sent them out today. So.
Yeah. So. Oh yeah, that's the other one. Uncut, unfiltered. That's what the other one I have. And but yeah, that smoke wagon that's some good stuff. I mean, I'm always, when it comes down to it, it's always going to be, I think that turkey is I was Jim Beam forever, but then again, it was because I just drank regular white label and some like some black label and maybe a double barrel every once in a while. But then I got in this community and started trying other things and realizing that Jim Beam is okay, but it's not great. There's other Jim Beam products that are better. And then I started trying a lot of other things. And then I got into Rise and a wild turkey. And I used to hate wild turkey when I was younger. When I was like in my 20s, I used to freaking hate it. I thought Wild Turkey 101 was freaking rat's piss. But now, for some reason, anything Russell's, anything turkey, all day long. And then winning that 13-year-old from Jason was really cool because it was turkey. So,
yeah, dude, 101's delicious, man. I polished off a bottle the other night. Like that shit's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sherry G, you just popped in the chat. Your bottle is on its way. I just sent it out today, so it's priority. Should be there this weekend, Saturday, latest.
Yeah, she's in. I think she lives. I'm pretty sure she lives in Arizona. So for some reason here on the West Coast, if you're on any of the Western states, well, if you're like Colorado this way, for some reason, it only takes like a day or two to get anything anywhere. If you're on the other side of freaking the Rocky Mountains, or you're anywhere on the other side of freaking Arizona,
yeah,
even New Mexico, it can take 2 days. It could take freaking 2 weeks. So
Yeah, you should be able to pop it for HBR stream on Saturday. So
Bobby McDaniels, he says, Nashville, was it you that came up north and bought all the KC store picks by me? No, actually, my store picks are all Southern California store picks, except for the Whiskey Wives. Whiskey Wives I bought off of what was it? I'm trying to think what website it was. I bought it specifically because it was a Whiskey Wives pick, because I trust the palate of those ladies, and so I want to get a hold of one, and I ordered two, drank one, and I just happened to have one that I hadn't popped back open yet, and decided I'm gonna give that to Adriana. And then the other one's High Times, SoCal Wine and Spirits, and oh no, I know where I got the Whiskey Wives. I got it from San Francisco Wine Trading Company. Was where I got the Whiskey Wives Knob Creek, and then I got a San Francisco Wines Trading Company pick too. So I did get two bottles from up north, but it was from a website. I didn't come up there and raid anything. But and then I do like, I haven't found anything that I really dislike, or something that I wouldn't drink. Even if it was bad, I know that it can always go in a mixer or whatever. But yeah, it's just that I have my preference. I have some of my preferences or whatever. Just like I've had this toasted barrel Elijah Craig. Well, you got a stack. I have a 14. I have a 14 that I haven't opened up yet. I drank one. I actually drank. I think I took like two or three drinks off of 14 that I had, and then a friend asked me if I had any stag, and I said, yeah, I've got 3/4 of a bottle and then a full bottle. And he's like, well, how much you want for the bottle? I'm like, well, come on over to the house. And then he came by, and he said, I'll just take the bottle you already opened up. And if how much you want for it. And I'm like, because he thought, well, since it was open, that I'd give it to him for it'd be less money, which it would have been. But I was like, just take it. I mean, it's not that big a deal. It's just a freaking bottle. It's just a bottle of liquor. So, and I had another one. So
I've had a backup for a Stag Junior. I got a 14 at a store for $56. Like, oh, that's awesome. Like, I just found it happens by itself. And then the same store is where I got the 15 from. They fucking charging $100 now. So it's what it is, man.
Well, let's put it this way: the first Stag Junior I got a hold of, which I ended up actually giving away, because I've had 3 bottles of batch 14. The one I gave to a friend, one I gave away on a stream, and one I still have. 2 of the bottles cost me $69. I got them for retail, in California retail at least.
Yeah.
And the other bottle, because I bought it right when it first came out. I bought it at the only store in the area that had it, and knew that they're the only store in the area that had it, and it cost me $129. But I wanted it, so like Klein was saying earlier, if you have the money and $129 is not going to keep you from paying a bill, do you want it bad enough to pay $129, and that you're the person who gets to decide it? And at that point in time, I decided I wanted it, and guess what? I ain't paying $129 again. I can live without it because I got plenty of other stuff I love to drink. So,
hey, guess what retail is in Utah for Stag Junior?
$59.
Less.
No way. There's no way Stag Junior's freaking less than $60.
Dude,
that's great.
$50.52.
And you didn't buy it all?
Yeah, no. You can only buy one because it's allocated. Yeah. And you're lucky if you're going to find it, because there's a line waiting when they drop, dude.
Yeah.
But Elijah Craig Barrel Proof is $59.99. And you can usually find that on the shelf for like the month after it drops. So it's on the shelf for about a month. Stag Junior, though, they only release a case at a time, and it's 6 bottles. They're on the shelf for like 15 minutes.
So yeah, hey Mike Meyer, what's going on? It looks like I guess Adriana is in here because somebody just shouted and said something and said, "Wow, that's super cool." Oh, 4 Whiskey Mountains. What was going on with her?
Haven't opened mine yet, buddy.
What's that? The 15?
Yeah, the 15. I haven't opened it yet. I'm about to move this weekend, so I'm debating whether I want to crack some of these bottles.
Well, I mean, you're moving. I mean, I'm sure you can make it 2 more days or you can make it to the weekend, and then you can once you get done with your loadout in Salt Lake City, then you can freaking relax by cracking a couple new bottles. And then Lava Man, just a real quick shout out to Lava Man. He just said that he killed a rare breed and now he's sipping Kentucky Spirit. Yeah, Turkey Strong, buddy. I haven't had a Kentucky Spirit yet. I can get a hold of them. It's just one of those things where even at BevMo, it's $70 a bottle, and I don't need to spend. I mean, I'm really good with just eating a rare breed rye or going and getting. For me, I'd rather drink a Wild Turkey 101 rye than get a quote unquote rare breed store pick, which is what Kentucky Spirit is. So, you know,
it's a 101 store pick, basically, right?
Oh, sorry, yeah, 101 store pick. But I mean, either way, I'm good just drinking my 101s. I don't need to drop $70. But then again, I know people that have gotten Kentucky Spirit for $50. So, or some of that. So, if I come across something like that, I thought about. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never bought one. Do they do store picks with those or no?
No, I mean, I haven't seen a Kentucky Spirit store pick, but it's basically the idea behind the whatever is that people like say it's like a 101 store pick because it's a single barrel. It's a 101 barrel. It's like a 101 barrel, but it's a single barrel style. The way they do it is like single barreled or something like that. I haven't done any research into that because it wasn't something that was really on my radar. Like I have a Long Branch. And Long Branch is okay, but the only reason I bought it is because the bottle's bitching, and I just thought I'd try it. Kentucky Spirit, I'm just not one of those things that is on my radar. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and bring in somebody else, even though he should be sleeping since he does have to work tomorrow and he is on the East Coast. We'll go ahead and bring in, you know him, I know him. He's not Jerry Garcia. He is Bourbon. Oh, hey, what's up?
Hey. Whiskey Flex right off the bat.
he's showing me that because when he went a couple weeks ago to do picks in Kentucky, he went on a whiskey buying binge while he was there as much as he could, and he picked up some H&H because I can't get that in California anywhere, and he picked some up, and he's just flexing on me, and
I'm flexing on you what you're getting in the mail.
Yeah, what he's going to send to me, but he's just showing me that he does
well, that's
he still
what's
has
right here.
Yeah. So how is it? I mean,
do you like Blanton's? Do you like mash bill too? It's the same.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a blend of. It's probably a blend of the leftover Blanton barrels. It's what it tastes like to me. I don't have the most refined palate, but you smell it. It's like, oh, this is Blanton's. You could refill all your Blanton's bottles with this. Give it to all your friends. They'd have no clue.
And then let's see.
Did you have a good time there?
Oh, it was incredible. Incredible.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, so how many picks did you end up doing? Because we knew there was 4 before you got there that it was going to be like 4 picks, but you said there might be a 5th one. How many did you end up doing?
So we ended up picking 5 barrels across 3 picks. And then there might be another one from us just basically hanging out at another distillery and thieving whiskey out of barrels. Nothing's fully concrete yet on that one, but that one was pretty incredible, but it's kind of on the down low.
Well, I mean, that's a good thing, freaking that you got those, that you did those picks with those guys and everything else. Are those club exclusive picks that you went ahead and did, or?
Yeah, but I can, at least on some of them, I can probably share the wealth a little bit.
Oh no, I'm not asking for anything. I was just wondering if it was something that we might know where they're going to do the, they have.
No, it's a private group, but it might still be open to new members. Is all I'm saying. And there's a lot of hand delivery involved.
So is this like a local to New York, or where you're from, or this? So this, you're talking about one of the larger groups that shall not be named, that people that we might know are already in there, but they're not allowed. It's like Fight Club. They're not allowed to talk about Fight Club.
Well, it's smaller than a lot of the larger ones, but it's still on the larger side, probably.
Okay.
Hey,
Texas.
What's up, buddy?
Well, wait a second. You said the word Texas, which means I immediately think of two people.
I might have gotten them into a club like this.
Okay. Hey, Jason. Thanks for coming back over. You guys just got done talking after your stream, I guess. Let's see. So, Top Shelf Dustin's here too. Good to see you.
Is Top Shelf Dustin Dusty Dan's new name?
No.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
As a matter of fact, Top Shelf Dustin. I've only recently noticed him in the chats over the last few days, but I'm not sure. Somebody was saying that he had a channel, but I'm not sure if he does or he doesn't. But so
you remember Dusty Dan was talking about a bottle he helped me help consult on?
Yeah.
That would be this one right here.
What the hell is that? Oh, is that one? Oh, that's the I'm looking at a really small screen right now because that's it
might be because the cork, it might be because the cork is broken off. We don't know what's in there, but I took a gamble. Old Fitz 100 Stitzel Weller. If it's what's in there.
Nice.
We'll find out when I break down and open it and decide I'm going to cry how much I spent on it or be happy.
Yeah. Okay. So Top Shelf Dustin is now I recognize the name. Top Shelf Dustin is actually disheveled. DS. I always said disheveled because the easy way to say it is DHSILV2. He's been in the chats for a while. So yeah, now I recognize that he's changed it. No,
yeah, I recognize that.
Yeah, he doesn't have a channel that I found. So if he does, if anybody in here does have a channel and they don't, go ahead and shout it out because, hey Ken, come right back. I'm sorry, I was just getting ready to click you. He popped up for a second right there, and then I went to go click him, and he went back off.
Yeah, I was live with Ken at 7:30 or 8 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, I was gonna I kind of woke up at about 5:30 this morning, and like I said, I started getting really at 6 o'clock in the morning. I didn't have this interview until 2 in the afternoon, but I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and immediately I started having almost like a panic attack because I started getting so nervous that I had this interview, and then I got sick, and so I just went right back to bed and laid down. And
you ever try meditation?
I know
it sounds stupid.
No, it's not stupid. It's not stupid. But what I'm glad you did say that because when it really started, when I used to have panic attacks, I had a couple panic attacks to the point where I'd be laying in bed and watching TV, and then all of a sudden, for no reason, out of nowhere I'd have these panic attacks where I would white knuckle my sheets and I couldn't move, and I'm looking down across my body trying to figure out what's wrong with me, and then just having to close my eyes and just freaking breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and then boom, it goes away. And then today when I was at times when I was getting nervous, that's what I did. I just sat there, closed my eyes, breathe in, breathe out. Not necessarily meditation, but I know that does help. That does help people and stuff like that. And but I mean, people like my cousin's been trying to tell me that I need to freaking smoke. I need to smoke some medicinal freaking marijuana to fix myself. But well, I got a flaming logo on the screen. But
well, Ken is flaming, so
yeah.
So I was gonna say, Stan, I've had some serious anxiety issues in the past as well. There's a couple of free apps I use that have 5-minute meditations that I found help me out a lot. I can send you the links and stuff. They're like when I'm in real jam, it's just 5 minutes guided. It's not this crazy think you're on a beach, 2 hours long, whatever. So like 5 minutes that puts you in check.
Okay, I'd appreciate that. You know how to get in touch with me over on Facebook. Just send me the links over there, or DM me on. Yeah, hey, when are you gonna start posting some more barbecue pics? Because it's been a while.
I've got a brisket in the fridge. I gotta get up early enough and be not lazy enough to get it, trim it up and get it on there. It's a commitment of time.
Yeah. If anybody doesn't know, Ben Tableeb over on Instagram, his Instagram is basically just pictures of barbecue. It's actually really cool. Same with Hendo. Go follow Ben. Go follow Hendo. Hendo is whiskey_tango_Hendo. He's got a lot of good, really bitchin' bourbon bottle picks and barbecue and stuff like that. And he's gaining a lot of people following him and stuff over there now. So,
I mean, I live in New York. There is no barbecue here, and what is here is terrible. So I have to make it myself.
Yeah. So, yeah, and then you like I
was born in Georgia.
You guys hear me now?
We hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Can't see you.
Nah, because I'm on my other computer, so I'm not in front of the whiskey shelf because I'm working and lurking.
So you're doing what I was doing earlier.
Yep.
So I'm going to go ahead and bring on somebody else real quick. He just popped up. You know him as Tito Dirk. I know him as Libation Exploration. He's got some weird contraption he's fucking with right now on the screen. I think it looks like a giant syringe. I don't know if I want to freaking bring him on. It's a little scary.
Does it have a pump on it, or does it have a syringe and a pump? And
Tito's getting serious. He's doing some samples.
What's up, guys? Proofing down
Blending.
For a store pick.
Nice.
So for a yellow rose store pick, we tried them at barrel strength and weren't the happiest with it. So they said we can do any proof. So we're gonna try them and see if it opens up at like a little bit lower and see if it's any better.
What's the proof on barrel strength?
They range from the lowest is this one here. It's 120.08 up to 122.75. And their stuff, they don't release above 90, I think, or maybe like 95, at least from what I've seen in stores.
So for anybody that doesn't know, that's in the chat and stuff. Tito Dirk here, Libation Exploration. It's libation.exploration on Instagram and Libation Exploration, one word, here on YouTube. He is I'm gonna coin the mad scientist of whiskey, but he is part of his thing on his channel and his videos is he likes to take higher proof whiskeys and different proofs of whiskey and then proof them at different lower levels and test them against each other to see what he finds to be the optimum freaking proof, or how it compares at different proofs, and what's the bad proof, because there are whiskeys that at a specific proof don't taste great, but but you get that same whiskey at like at a different proof, it actually does tend to sometimes taste better. So Tito, go check him out on his channel. Somebody else. Just a second. Somebody else is here.
Libation, I got a question. What's your background? Are you like scientist stuff, or?
I'm a high school science teacher.
Oh, right on, man. Right on.
I didn't know that about him. I thought he was just a chemist in his garage or something.
No, it makes sense.
On the side, but you know.
And then
isn't high school chemistry teacher just a synonym for guy blowing stuff up in his garage? I mean,
pretty much. I do teach a little bit of chem, but I'm mostly bio. Bio and AP bio is my strength.
In 2020, he just blows stuff up in his garage.
More or less.
So anybody doesn't know that hasn't been on Ken's streams or hasn't been in some of the other chats, over here on the left-hand part of the screen at the bottom right below me is Simon Delvecchia. I say Delvecchia, but I think it's
that's good. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
you got it the first time.
Delavecchia, yeah, Simon Delavecchia. He's the Italian Australian. He's part.
Tell us about yourself.
Yeah, Simon, tell us a little bit about yourself so everybody knows who you are.
Well, if you've watched some of Ken's streams, I'm the one who sometimes either just disappears or face plants or just I live pretty much the same state as Ken. We're on the same Western Australia, but I live about 6 hours south of him. Yeah.
And we're training for our 24-hour stream.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Look, is that what you're going to say, Simon? Is that you're training for the 24-hour stream by?
Yeah.
Because if anybody that watches Ken or catches Ken for a few minutes over the last good month since he started doing it, since we started noticing him, or not saying noticing him, but we started going onto his chat live streams and staying up for 8 hours at a time and listening to Shane Long freaking play his guitar and all this other stuff. Simon,
the vape wiggle.
Yeah, Simon is notorious for going to get a drink of water and not showing back up for 20 minutes. Hey, you know what though? I'm really the Scotch Down Under logo and stuff is on the screen, and then you know what? Truthfully, it's just like there's like so much less ugliness right now, but we still get to hear. Yeah. We still get to hear Ken.
It's so much more pleasant on the eyes.
Are you what? Can you see the stream, Ken?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Hey, Stanley,
did you just grab it? You just grabbed it, didn't you?
Stanley, can you highlight Lava Man's comment?
Okay.
As we.
I think that's the answer for.
There it is. I got it.
No.
I just pulled the trigger on mine and I ordered it.
Good. Starting with meth.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Yeah.
I think that's the answer to staying up through Ken's stream if you want to go all night.
Nah, that's cheating. That is totally cheating. You got to be hardcore and just do it el natural.
It's easy for you to say, man. It's normal time for you.
No, it's not. Not when I do like a 20-hour stream.
Well, yeah, that's true, but
yeah, even an 8-hour stream. I start at 8:30 at night and I'm finished like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
That's normal.
Hello. Just so real quick, Swami, good to see. Thanks for dropping in there. And he said, hello, Ken. Here you go. Hello, Ken Stallion and the Italian Boomerang.
Boomerang.
But yeah,
I just asked my Simon before we disappear. I just asked my mate at the bottle shop that had the Sinatra Select, and I asked him if he still had the box, and he was like, "Nope, it got chucked out ages ago." And I'm like, no, I'm not getting that one then."
Yeah. I was
So-
surprised.
the Sinatra box. I mean, is the Sinatra? Does it come in like a wooden box or something, or is it a specialty box? Or? Oh, okay. Well, but still, yeah, that's still really nice.
Yeah, that's sexy. I just ordered one.
I mean, you're paying $250.
Hey, Lava Man. Yeah, Lava Man. That applies for both, actually. But hey, somebody has to convince me to open this.
Hey, Mr. Whiskey Shits, open that bloody whiskey.
And I'll open my Jack Daniels.
What batch is it?
15.
Oh, nice.
Hey, shit.
The new one. I'm in the middle of a move. I move on Saturday, so I'm debating whether to open it or just wait till after the move.
Yeah, don't ask
There's
Ken.
no time at the present.
Don't ask Ken if you should open or not, because Ken will just tell you to do a 20-hour stream and just use just that one bottle, and you won't have to worry about taking it with you on Saturday.
Well,
I
dude,
wouldn't say that. I would say open it, enjoy it, put it away, grab another bottle, open it, enjoy it, put it away.
Yeah, dude, I wouldn't last 2 hours on that bottle.
Yeah.
how you're moving.
Yeah, the one good thing about not being able to see Ken's collection is that we don't have to worry about him reaching back and flexing his whatever scotch or anything else that we have a hard time getting a hold of that he's got. And then I won't say things like Glenalachi and then have him correct the way I say things, or
The bot has better pronunciation on some of the whiskeys than I do.
yeah.
Hey, Ken, do you like the Irish whiskey?
I like. Hell yeah. That's what we're doing next Wednesday. It's going to be Whiskey Wednesday Irish style, because it's going to be St. Paddy's Day here, so we're just going to smash Irish the whole time.
Oh, sweet.
Awesome. What do you recommend, brother?
Red breast, green spot, yellow spot, blue spot, red
Teeling.
spot. Yep, Teeling, Bushmills. You can get the Causeway. Like a Bushmill 16 is good. Yeah, there's heaps of good Irishes out there, man.
Riders
Yeah.
tears.
Awesome.
Yeah, if you're gonna ask somebody about what would be a good something to drink, Ken might not be necessarily the perfect person to ask, only because of the fact that he's going to tell you, well, does it have alcohol in it?
Fire.
then-
Yep,
And then he's
that's
going to say, well, then it's good enough to drink.
Gives me like 36 different options. It's like, fuck. All right.
We'll buy them all.
So
Wow.
I want to do a shout out for somebody really quick, because it's something that they did the other day on one of the live streams on Instagram. If you don't know him, his name is Jack Begadou. He's also known as the Hood Sommelier on YouTube and on Instagram. He's doing a contest for women only, because it's International Women's Day and all that stuff like that, to learn about Scotch. So what he's doing is he's putting together these big flights from different regions of Scotland and different, and then he's going to take a group of women and do a live Zoom call with them, and then explain to him explain to the women the regions, what they might be smelling, why they would be smelling that, and going through tastings and stuff like that to help to bring more women into the whiskey community and stuff like that, and to spread the word about Scotches and Irishes and stuff like that to people to women who might not even try it, because when they ask somebody the question about, oh, so is Redbreast a good Irish or whatever like that, they don't get told, hey, go over here and you can have this patty. This patty would be perfect for you, So, because there's a lot of disrespect out there. I've witnessed it myself in stores where I've had to pull people over at certain large box stores that shall be nameless, but they arrive with Bevmo, and I've had to pull a guy over to the side and say, hey, if I'm not going to say anything to your boss, but if I ever come in here and see you talking down to a customer, especially a woman, because she's asking you questions about a whiskey, you're not going to be working here anymore. I'll make sure of it, because it's like I've seen some real rudeness when women and stuff are really trying to learn more, and they're sitting there going, okay, I've tried this. Do you have any recommendations? And then they're just like, oh yeah, well, if you've had that, try the same version of that, just the 12-year version. Well, no, try to help somebody. But if I ask them, hey, what peanut butter whiskey I want, what should I get? Which I'm not going to buy peanut butter whiskey. They'll say, oh, well, no, what you want to do is and they'll go through a whole explanation of why I want to buy freaking, every other Peerless and everything else on the shelf, but they won't invest that time into a woman, or even into some other people they don't feel are going to spend any money, or that aren't worth their time. So I just wanted to shout out Hood for that, and I hope that he sees this, and if not, I hope some people follow him and stuff. Does anybody know what Ken's up to on?
I'll check.
Yeah, Hood Sommelier is good. I like his stuff, but I could use that course myself in terms of Scotch. Like I don't know shit about Scotch.
I was gonna say I need the same thing.
Yep.
How is Ken only at 343 subscribers?
Yeah, but see, that's the thing too, right? With Ken, what people don't realize is that, okay, we started doing this thing to push Ken to get to 1,000 before the end of the year, to wear the Mankini thing. But what nobody's noticing is that when we did that, he had like just under 100 people subscribed. So in like 4 or 5 weeks, he's gotten almost 250 more people. So that's freaking awesome.
It hasn't caught on in Australia yet.
No.
Or in his time zone, at least.
No, there's not really that many whiskey tubers over here. I mean, there's Jack All. I mean, none of them do.
I'm sure
None of them do any live streams either.
It's blowing up over here, but I'm sure it's kind of behind over there. So,
Swagner, you want to throw that on the screen? I just threw up his link.
Who's that, Ken?
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Let me. Where are you at in the chat? I'll go ahead and let you. Let's go ahead and take care of you real quick here. Let's see. Where is Bourbon in the chat?
I'll see it.
Well, you'll see it in a minute, because now.
Yeah,
there you go, Bourbon. You can go ahead and put whatever you want in the chat now. You're a moderator.
Uh-oh. You all screwed now.
Yeah. So yeah, you can go ahead and put pin his channel and stuff on there.
Well, I don't want to take down your StreamYard link.
Oh, okay. Well, here, let me.
Oh no, we learned this with HBR. Mods cannot pin, but we can unpin. It makes no sense.
Yeah, just go ahead and let's see. Yeah. Just go ahead and just put it in the throw it in the chat. The link will show up to where people can click on it if they're not already subscribed, and then I'll go ahead and pin it. I'll go ahead and pin him in my. I'll go ahead and pin him in a little bit in case somebody else wants to come on, needs to get to the link, or I'll go ahead and just I'll put him in the description afterwards so that people go directly to him.
There you go. I was thinking throw it on the screen, but whatever. Nobody's going to listen to us anyway.
Nope.
Yeah. So yeah, I can throw it. Here you go.
Hey, he's back.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's looking better than ever.
Nobody knows.
Well, other than all we need is Swami to jump on here, and then we'd have like all the ugly in one place.
No, you got a lot of ugly right here, so you're good.
We have a lot of ugly going on.
So Tito, you said that you were a high school biology teacher.
Yeah.
Do you? Okay. Well, I'm trying to think. There's so many. Orange County is as bad as San Bernardino County. Freaking, there's like 700 high schools, so I couldn't. Because like Brian Gerard, I don't know if you know who Brian Gerard is, but he's also a high school teacher in North Orange County. So he's a high school basketball coach for varsity basketball coach and teacher at one of the high schools there in Northern Orange County.
Coaching football and track up until last year. And then I stepped away from it. No time. Plus, my kids are little. They want me around right now, so I had to step away from the coaching. That freed up a little bit of time for Whiskey Tube, but as you see, the Rare Breed video is not up yet, so that means not enough time, I guess.
Yeah, but truthfully, if you think about it, if this was there goes Ken again. You think that you just got going back to working like normal, right? I mean, you just got kids going back to school recently, right? So,
well, my kids have been hybrid. They've been in school, for a while, since like I want to say December, November, something like that.
Yeah. Maybe
even a little earlier than that. We still are fully virtual. I don't think we're going back to school year. So it's rough.
There's a few schools that I've heard. This is just something that I've heard from other people that are teachers, that there are actual school districts in California that are now considering just staying not even attempting to go back to getting away from virtual until somewhere into 2022, just to make sure that like the school districts are actually at the point of saying we're going to go virtual the rest this year and we'll try again in September, but there's no plans until to go back to fully to.
I think we'll be back by the beginning of next school year. I don't think there's any way this goes past this school year. At least for us.
Here in Australia, schools been back for the last year almost.
Yeah, well, here in let's put it this way: California is not the most ideal place.
No, it's not.
Kind of like Ben's in New York and we're in California, which are the two, and where me and Tito, we're the area of California that we live in, even though we're 45 minutes to an hour away, has increased over the many years that we've lived here to be extremely concentrated. People all up in each other's business, where literally the house next to you can hand you toilet paper through the window if you're out. And like Ben, he lives in New York, is also highly populated, small into concentrated areas, and those people complain about New York, the way it's being handled, and people complain about the way California is being handled, but it's more of the Southern California is really super concentrated, and the Bay Area is super concentrated, and those are the two areas it's not Florida. People say, oh well, Florida just it goes willy nilly. Well, Florida's out of their mind, and so they're going to do. There's a reason they go through those things called Florida man. So freaking, people. The bath salts thing started in Florida. People, a guy tried to eat another guy's face in Florida. Freaking, various things like that. So Florida's going to be Florida, and there's no shade towards my friends the likes or Chicharlino but y'all's fucking crazy.
You just suddenly see your
Hey,
subscriber count just drop 100.
California.
What's that, Ben? Or what's that, Whiskey Shits?
California.
I'm sorry, what's that?
Nobody convinced me, but
No,
it just
Yep.
that's
it just said that's a bad idea.
the bottle's telling you though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
He says nobody told him to do it, and then the freaking strip broke, and I was like,
What are these Stag Juniors worth for you guys over there?
I buy mine at what I call, okay, so there's two different levels of retail. There's retail everywhere else, and then there's California retail.
No.
And California retail is usually tends to be $10 to $20 more than standard retail. So I got my stags for $69 a piece. Usually they in other states they go for I'm sorry, in Utah in Utah they get them for $50. It seems, I guess after taxes it's like $50, 52 cents a quarter.
Before tax.
Oh, before tax, it's $50.
Well, here I brought a couple of them last year, 2 of them, and I paid 220 Australian, which is about 180 US, and that was on special.
Yeah.
That's retail as well.
A piece?
Yeah, piece. Yep, piece. Yeah.
I've never bought one in Utah, so.
Well, Tito's in the heartland of Southern California whiskey, Orange County. So he would probably know more stag prices in general there. But
for my 3 bottles, I paid $65, $88, and $99.
And see, so you paid $65. That would have probably been at High Times or freaking. Nope. It wasn't. Because usually they're the lowest. They're the lowest when it comes, or SoCal Wine and Spirits.
It's a friend's store, the one that we're doing the picks for.
Oh, okay.
And well, I would say a friend. We've become really good friends, but they treat me really well, and I treat them really well. So I've gotten some really good deals there.
And one of the other two, the 89 or the 99, is El Cerrito, because that's just that's right up their alley.
Yeah, I think the 90. Actually, no, I've never gotten a Stag Junior there. The 99 was at, I don't even know the name of the place. It's another place in Anaheim that has random stuff, and I just saw them on Drizzly, so I drove over there, and I got that, and I got a Kentucky Owl Batch 2 for $199, I think. And
what batch of a Stag are you guys on?
15 is the latest. My Stag is a 14. See, Tito, what years are the 3 you have? Are 14s or 13s?
I have a 12, a 13, and a 14.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, over here we're still the last ones I brought last year were batch 5.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Because I looked it up. You can type in the thing and it shows you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty far behind.
And you.
Oh, it was good.
Where did you get? Did you get them from? Did you get them shipped to you from England or?
No, I got them local store,
batch 5 Stags.
Yeah, batch 5.
So I guess what? I don't feel bad that you paid $180 for $180 American for that.
But are the new ones better or the old ones? I've never.
Well, I mean, they're all what 124 to 130. Yeah, like 124 to 131. And I mean, proof wise, and they're all different from each other, but some of them are sweeter. Like I guess the 15 is one of the sweetest ones they've had in a while. I know the 14 and the 13 are a little bit different. They're different from each other, but literally those 5, if you got batch 5 Stags and they're like batch 5 Stags, that's amazing, because people like those are the things that people out here are seeking out to complete their collections. So
Might have to get another
Yeah.
one.
Batch 14 was the first one I tried. From what I've heard, the early batches aren't as good as the newer ones. So
That's what I. But what was it? Batch 9 that was supposed to be really good. Either 7 or 9 was supposed to be really good.
yeah, I think
It's 9.
9.
Or, yeah, 9 is the one that everybody tells me that if I come across one and it's less than $200 to grab it. But,
and then 9, 15 have all been really, really good ones.
yeah, the 12 was another one. I think this was supposed to be a good one too. Let's see. Oh, so that's why Swami's not coming on, is because he's editing his video. He's editing a video to put on his channel.
No, he said he was outside your window, fucking watching you or some shit.
What was that website again where you look up the batches? It was a website.
No, just
Google.
type it in Google.
I'll just double check.
Yeah, just type it into Google. It should pop up.
Yeah, if you want to find out the different like proofs and some of that, you can just put batch proofs of Stag Junior, and it'll give you the whole list like right there, and then it'll give you release dates and stuff like that. So
mine's 6485, which is what's that in proof?
6485 is 128, 129.
0.7.
Yeah, 129.7. There you go.
Yeah, that's fall 2015 batch 5.
God damn. Whew. You're a lucky man. Just get a hold of something that
I didn't know. I just thought it was a stag and I picked it up.
That's crazy.
Just buy an extra every time you buy one, and if you got those older batches, you can definitely sell them for a lot of money.
A lot of money.
Really shit.
Or you can just hold on to them, and one of these days when all of us are rich or have the money to go to Australia, then we can come and drink batch 5s. And
I think that's the winning move.
So Ken's back again. Hello, Ken.
No,
How you doing?
as soon as I
Talking
get
about-
pulled in, now the sound's gone. I can't hear anything.
Hey, why's our names gone on the thing?
Let's see. Am I missing something? Did I miss? Maybe. You know what? Truthfully, I didn't even think about that. I can't remember how you do it. I never freaking. Oh wait, there's somebody else here that I've ignored. Oh, holy shit! If I
We
can
got a
figure out,
problem?
Bring them on.
there we go.
Oh,
I'm not going to stay long. I don't want all your people that are watching to leave.
Hey, they fixed it. Hey, Swami, you fixed it. As soon as you come in, now the audio went through my headphones instead of coming out my speakers and sounding all crackly.
There
Fucking
we
fixed
go.
it, man.
he's scared of it.
You
Fire
found
away.
too.
How's everybody?
Good.
Doing good, man.
Yeah.
Freaking.
I watched my hockey team get raped, so I'm a little mad right now. But
Oh, drink your sorrows away.
It can't be as bad as my Ducks.
Ottawa 7-1. We just lost. It was pretty bad.
Yikes.
Yeah. Matt Murray sucks dick. Can't stand him.
Now I can't remember how to put it. Oh, everybody's name's on there. Okay. It's when you throw up the something from the chat, it takes everybody's names off the screen. That's why they're not there.
Good night, Mike Stahl.
Yeah, good night, Mike. Thanks for stopping
night, Mike.
by.
Not mine.
Speaking of hockey, he's a pretty good hockey player.
Mark Stahl. Yeah.
No, there's a Mike also. I think isn't that one of the brothers?
No, there's Mark and there's what's his name? There's three of them. There's Mark. There's the youngest one, and then there's Eric Stahl.
Eric.
I don't know. Yeah, there's Eric, Mark, and there's another one. I can't remember the other one's name.
I'm looking it up. I'm like Jordan.
Jordan Stahl. That's it.
There's Jordan, Jared, and Mark.
I don't think I've heard of Jordan.
Oh, it's Jared. Or
That's what it says. It's a Google
Eric.
lie.
I thought it was Eric Stahl. But,
So did I. Who the hell is Jared?
Eric Stahl is in the league.
Apparently, Jared Stahl is too.
So
Maybe he's a cousin.
Yep.
So Swami, why a Sens fan? Why not a Canadiens fan? Since you're from Montreal.
Because I was a Nordiques fan growing up, and Nordiques fans are enemies and have fans.
So you were a Nordiques fan. So therefore, you were a Joe Sakic fan.
Yeah, I was a Joe Sakic fan, but then what do you want? They left, and I'm not going to go for an American team. It's sacrilege to be a Canadian. You can't be a Canadian and go for an American hockey team. It doesn't work.
Well, I think I find that to be interesting because my favorite hockey team is the Colorado Avalanche.
Yeah.
And the reason I was not really into hockey that much. I kind of followed the Ducks a little bit because Anaheim, where I'm from, or where I live and stuff like that. But I wasn't really a huge hockey fan. Always hated the Kings from when I was a little kid, and but when I kind of liked the Nordiques jerseys when I was a little kid.
They had the retro reverse that came out this season too. It looked really nice with the Nordiques colors. I mean the Avs colors with the Nordiques symbol.
Yeah, and but then I saw Joe Sakic play one time, and I was like, okay, cool. And then the next thing I know, it was like the year before they went to Colorado, and then they had this new franchise, the Avalanche, and I recognized Patrick Waugh and
then he won the Stanley Cup within 2 years, and I was really pissed because that would have meant that the Nordiques probably would have won the Stanley Cup if they would have stayed in Quebec.
So
wrong side of the border, they wouldn't have won.
Speaking of hockey, has anyone tried the hockey bourbon and rye?
No, the Lafleur. You talking about like the?
No,
the Belfour, Ed Belfour.
No, I haven't.
I've got a couple bottles of it here.
From what I've been told by, because I have one of, since Adam knows who Hood Sommelier is, he might know who Single Barrel Snob is his partner on Instagram. But Tim Von Riper, he's from Anaheim or from Southern California, and he's a huge hockey fan also. And he actually he said that the Belfour is really, really good. He actually did an interview with him on Instagram with Ed Belfour, and he was saying that it was really, really good. But I don't see it around here, so I haven't gotten a bottle. But I do know people here in Southern California that have gotten it. They say it's good. All right.
See you later, Del Vecchio.
Day drinking, lucky bugger.
What are you talking about, freaking? You're day drinking too right now, Ken.
So
I'm not. I'm actually working. I've got to go in a couple of minutes. I've got to work.
I got some really cool news today.
This was the most sober I've ever heard Ken.
Oh,
Second.
I'll show you in a second. Where is it? Hold on.
Most sober.
It's pretty depressing.
This guy follows me on Instagram and on YouTube. Hold up. Are you gonna show?
Who is that? Shade Tree Surgeon.
Yeah, buddy. My favorite YouTuber of all time, and he follows me. And I'm like, nice.
Nice.
That's
the greatest YouTuber of all time.
Yeah, that's a thing too. Is that for like on mine, I noticed that when people start following me like on Instagram and stuff, that the people that have followed me are like people that I've met in the past, but I would never expect them to follow me on my whiskey tube. But they, I've met them before, like other musicians and stuff like that at NAMS and stuff like that, and people in known bands like Chris Broderick's wife. She's a metal photographer. She does concert photography and stuff like that, and some just out of nowhere that all of a sudden I'll get like a DM from a drummer from a certain band or whatever saying, "Hey, what's going on? How you doing?" And then some of the guitar YouTubers that I know, they're following me on Instagram. So yeah, it's just really cool to see like stuff like that happen. And it's, and like you said, is that your favorite YouTuber and he's following you? That's a pretty cool ass
That's
thing.
really cool.
No, I get all the cool guys. I got Eric Roberts follows me on Instagram. I thought that was hilarious.
Who was that?
Eric Roberts. I interviewed him last year.
No. Who was the Sergi?
Oh, that's a sexy ball.
Shade Tree Surgeon. He's a moto blogger, but he's like not your typical moto blogger. He does like moto blogs, but he lives in Ybor City in Florida. And they call themselves like the Shade Tree Surgeon crew. There's like a bunch of them, and they're just a bunch of like, you want to say hipsters, but they're not hipsters because they're actually cool people. Where hipsters are douches, but like they dress like hipsters and shit like that. They repair motorcycles. They have fun. They're crazy fucks. They buy like a bunch of like crappy gull wings and really ugly ass 80s bikes and ride them and shit. And just,
Are they doing cafe conversions to them or?
no, well, your brother would like it. He did a build. He built a chopper. He's more into choppers and cafe racers. He's a chopper guy.
Yeah.
Does,
I gotta go, guys. I'll catch you all later.
All right, Ken.
All right.
I'll try to get on a stream one of these days soon.
See you later, you fucking bogan.
Proud of it.
Yeah.
Latest.
But so
for the Whiskey Samurai, yes, we can get the 150-year anniversary bottle, but it's pretty much sold out everywhere, the Jack Daniels.
So this is the Belfour. This bottle is cool as hell. People are just making them into decanters.
it's a JD Laws bottle.
Nice.
No, it's full square, not rectangle.
Oh,
At the top, the cork looks like a puck.
How's the juice?
I haven't tasted it yet. I just got this. I actually got it hand delivered when I was in Kentucky. I haven't popped it yet.
Well, I gotta say, for a celebrity whiskey bottle, it looks the least like a clone bottle that I've seen in a long time. So
No, it's not. That's the thing. As far as I know right now, it's just available in Texas because of the Stars, and he's doing a lot with them, and he's doing a lot of charity with them.
he did
this is a
interview
group
recently on a whiskey tube channel. I can't remember which one it was. Ed Belfour was on. Who was it? Was it Master Drum? I can't remember who it was.
I missed it.
It was. I think
it was recent. It was recently within the last couple of months, but I
it
can't.
was Scott, My Bourbon Journey. That's it. It was My Bourbon Journey, Scott.
Yeah. He had him
Scott.
on.
Yeah, he had Belfour on.
It's supposed to be delicious. The bourbon's supposed to be really good. I have a bottle of that here somewhere. That's why I was gone so long. I was trying to find it. It's actually Ed Belfour autographed it. It's aged in like pecan barrels or pecan barrels or whatever you guys say.
I'm just happy out of the American goaltenders they picked Ed Belfour to do because he's a nice guy. In comparison to, let's say, if Tim Thomas from Boston would have done one.
Oh no, he didn't pick it. Belfour owns the company.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's so. Yeah, but
he bought the distillery.
So Ben, when you were in Kentucky, did you complete your other hand deliveries to Ohio that you were talking about?
Ohio.
When you were in Ohio, you were supposed to go visit. Was it the Brew Bakers or? Who
Oh
was
no,
it?
they're in Lexington. I saw them.
Oh.
We had some drinks. I saw Chad from It's Bourbon Night. I did some hand delivery with him. Hopefully, you'll see some of those bottles come up soon. I didn't get a chance to see Sam and Bobby. I hope I'll see them next trip. Yeah.
Bourbon, I got to tell you, bro, I didn't tell you last time I saw you, but you look exactly like the lead singer from the Melvins.
Oh, King Buzzo. Hell, he's done.
About the lead from
So you're telling me I look like a guy with a band who is named after wedgies?
Yeah, the Melvins.
The Melvins are great.
They're awesome band.
Oh,
I got to look this up now.
I say because was it? What'd you say, Mr. Whiskey Shits? He was it the? He looks like who now?
The singer of the Melvins, King
Oh yeah,
Buzzo.
Coheed and Cambria, the lead singer of Coheed and Cambria.
That or what was the Kick Out the Jams band? What was the name of the Kick Out the Jams band? I always forget. Kick Out the Jams, motherfucker. Fucking they're from Detroit. Fuck, what the fuck was their name?
Oh, MC5.
MC5, yeah, the lead singer of MC5.
Hey, I just think I'm ugly, so if I look like anybody who's famous, I'm good with it.
It's cool, bro. I always get told I look like bald Jesus. So.
So you guys lost. The Sens lost tonight. I haven't checked the scores today.
Yeah,
so
we lost a while ago here, badly.
okay.
Not, but it's against Edmonton. They seem to be like the only team that seems to be able to just plow us like every time this season. But we're getting better and better. But if you look at the team, we're the funnest team to watch in the league right now. We've got so many freaking amazing young players. But the problem is with young players, like everyone knows, you're gonna have like one game where they're just balls out crazy, and then the next game where they all play like just absolute shit. You know? So it's like. Yeah, but in like 2 years' time, we're going to dominate the league. I'm not too as long as Melnick pays them, but and keeps who we got. But
Yeah, just want to shout out Ruben. Bourbon Beginnings is in the house. Let's see. He says, Mr. Whiskey Shits. I don't know if you saw that. He'll be sending out your package on Friday. I guess that's the. Did you win? Is that from winning or the other night or?
Yeah. I won the American Prairie store pick.
Yeah, okay. And then he was just saying to me that Swami back in there you go. He just said that he picked up an Old Forester single barrel strength 127.7 today. Yeah, I saw your picture, and there was more than one bottle, so looks like you picked up more than one of them. But just be ready to be surprised. It does drink they tend to drink very hot there, Mr. Rubin. You might want to get rid of the neck pour and like give it to your son, because I know how much you don't like him. No, I'm just kidding. He's always talking a little smack about his son if anybody watches him every once in a while. But yeah, I'd get rid of the neck pour and then let it sit for a couple of days before you drink it.
I forgot the other celebrity that people mistake me for all the time is Joe Camel. That's the other guy.
Joe Camel.
I can kind of see that. Do you guys want to? I actually just got one of the greatest tatered out bottles of all time. At least I think so.
What is it?
It's a barrel pick.
Okay.
Okay. Complete with World War II dog tags. And
David Starr.
That's the Jew one.
It's called the Bear Jew.
It's called the what now?
The Bear Jew. Glorious Bastards.
The Jew one.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say it like that. But
I don't care.
No, I just saw it. Somebody posted a picture of that a few weeks ago on Instagram, and I was like, how are they getting away with actually? Because if anybody follows anything on Instagram, they've been coming down really hard on people putting any kind of that kind of stuff on there. I'm like, how is it still up? Because it's
2 ways. One is the bottle did do a charity donation for every bottle.
Okay.
2, it was made by apparently a Jew, and I mean. If you've seen Inglourious Bastards, he's kind of a badass.
Yeah.
You need to see it.
2 days ago, I was walking down the street, and there was like a bunch of like graffiti on a wall, and there was one guy that wrote like "Hail Satan," and then I think he thought he put a pentagram, but it was a Star of David, and I just started laughing my head.
Real quick, Whiskey Samurai. I'm glad that you enjoyed that Eagle Rare store pick. If we go ahead and put it in the chat what store that was from, because I might be able to get you and send out another one if I have another one. But I also have, I think I might have a different store pick, if I'm not mistaken, that I might be able to let you at least get a sample out to you of.
Hey, Bourbon.
Yo,
What's the proof on that Bear Jew fucking pick?
Bear Jew is a 7-year MGP rye.
I bet you that cost them a couple of shekels. Oh,
It wasn't cheap. It wasn't secondary, but it wasn't cheap.
Oh, yeah.
113.64. As
Hey,
opposed to this bad boy right here. If you guys know the triple downs.
Ooh, yeah.
147.4.
Good night, Emily Chambers.
right, Emily.
Thanks for hanging
Yeah,
out.
Emily.
Bourbon.
Emily's the queen of whiskey tube.
Yeah, Emily. If you didn't already take off, you follow me on Instagram. So go in the DMs. Just hit me up in the DMs and then we'll go ahead and have an actual conversation. I'd like to talk to you just to
Why don't
talk to you one day.
Stanley? Why don't you join the rest of us on Discord so we can chat? Like, are you afraid of Discord?
It's no, it's not that I'm afraid of Discord. I don't understand it. I don't understand how to freaking deal with it because there's like 7,000 different things in the columns, and I'm trying to figure out which ones are to get into chats and then but I'll get around to it.
Thanks to Simon and Ken, I finally got an invite to Discord today.
Hey,
I'll say
It comes from around the world.
Bourbon.
I don't know how to invite. That's one thing. I don't know how to invite people. So I would totally invite everybody. I just don't know how to do it.
What's up, man?
I want to connect with you personally.
Okay. I guess I'm all right with that.
Oh, you sent me an email, right?
Yeah, you can hit me up anytime.
Dude,
All right,
don't say that. Watch
Too.
out.
I got boobs.
Mr. Shit's invited me to one chat one night, and I've never seen so many dick pics in my life. None of them were hidden.
Well, okay. So now Swami brings it full circle. That's what I was trying to say earlier. The real reason Swagner was gone for weeks was because he had to enhance the manhood. That 10 inches wasn't enough. He had to go bigger than the Big Dick Club.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So
that was it.
That's where he really was.
Yeah.
He had to go over the Foot Club.
Hey, Swami, he had his fucking needs, so he had his. He was seeking that fucking Bigfoot out there, and he found it. So
Well, he just kept on showing me pictures of giraffe cocks and fucking donkeys and monkeys.
No.
It was like some weird shit going on, man.
I oddly want in on this chat.
A couple of cartoon penises. I think Rick was one of them from Rick and Morty. Ren and Stimpy I won't lie, that one was pretty hot. But
hey, Tim Evans and Slacky Mac, thanks for jumping in.
hey, cheers to you, Swami.
Oh,
Cheers.
Tito just fell off.
he'll be back.
Yeah. But
cheers to your comic relief, brother.
Yeah.
You guys gotta tune in on Sunday. It's gonna be my wife's first ever vlog for the motorcycle channel. So it's her picking out her helmet and shit like that. She did a really good job. I'm editing the fucking thing, but she did really good. And she's gonna be on the channel a lot more, so it'll be nice. And then you guys can see the contrast between, the pretty lady and the ugly fuck next to her. So it's like
So
that's on your channel?
yeah,
So
it's going to be on my channel Sunday at 11 o'clock. I'm going to be scheduling to make sure that every week I want to try to do. This is one of the things I want to do this year is I want to keep a schedule, one video per week, every Sunday, 11 o'clock. So that's what I want to do.
So
try to get a following.
So it's a video. It's a video of her getting her equipment, all of her her gear together and stuff like that, so that to start doing the more riding and stuff here.
Yeah. But the first one is just going to be her picking out her helmets and stuff like that, and the next one we'll see where it goes from there. But she's going to be on sporadically on the channel, so it's going to be good. and she's got her bike. She just needs to finish up one last course to finish her license, but because of COVID, it got pushed back. She was supposed to do it last year, because of COVID, they weren't doing motorcycle testing and shit like that. So she got pushed to this year to do it, but it's gonna be nice.
So did you have a problem holding her purse while she was doing all the actual work on the video, or?
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Freaking, it's always a good thing to see, no matter whatever it is on Whiskey Tube or on whatever the channel subject is, to see a wife and a husband share the same interest, or that the wife has enough.
Well, she understands the dynamic. I have the talent, but because she's a woman and she has boobies, I'm going to get more people to watch, and that's how it works. So.
Well, no, but just the fact, just the fact that she's interested in the same thing that you are, and that you guys have something to bond on, the same way that Carrie with Klein and Sam with Bobby, because they want to be part of that world.
Yeah, my wife is my best friend. We're both, like, if you guys think I'm twisted, she's just as twisted. She's just good at hiding it. People like her because she doesn't actually open her mouth. But when we're alone, like, she's the sickest, twistiest, fucked up person in the world. Like, she's got to be around me 24 hours a day, so she's fucked in the head. But like, she doesn't show it to people. She's got to be around me 24 hours a day, so she's fucked in the head. But like, she doesn't show it.
Okay, let me guess. I'm gonna take a wild guess. Hey, guess who?
You ruined everything.
Hey, yeah, you're echoing a lot there. You're watching. You got a tab open or something, Tito? Because we can. Yeah, you're echoing a lot. Yeah,
my bad.
Okay.
I still had the YouTube tab open.
Anyway,
what happens when you don't plug in your laptop?
She didn't do whiskey because my wife doesn't drink, so that's the one thing. So, but now she loves motorcycles, so she's into that. So it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, so that's, like I said, that's a really cool thing, and I'll definitely check it out on check it out on freaking Sunday and stuff, and I'll shout it out.
Thank you very much.
But
hot buttery rolls.
Holy shit, Chris!
Which one of you fat is it?
It's gotten weird. Get in here.
He likes weird. Come on.
Yep. Weird like my beard.
Well, to me, I mean,
for
me, it's
weird now.
Oh, guys, what do you think of this? I'm thinking about doing this for my next tattoo. It's a banana that's shooting.
Banana.
It's a banana with two guns. It's just like I'm thinking about getting that for my next tattoo. I was drawing today. I was like, my wife's like, what do you do? It's like a banana coming out of its peel, and he's shooting. He's angry as fuck. Look at that face. Oh, he's a badass, angry banana.
And if they screw it up at all, it's going to look like you got a penis on your arm.
Oh, even better. I asked one time. They refused to do it. I said, I just want like a big honking dick over my shoulder. And they were like, why? And I was like, I don't know. Just for me.
You ever see Snake Pit on Instagram? That's some of the craziest tattoos you'll ever see.
So Swami freaking, you should get it as a tramp stamp.
Dick is a tramp stamp.
I already have a tramp stamp. It says deposit here. Slippery when wet. That's what it says.
So, oh man, it's always fun, Swami. You're always fun. You're always fun. But
I'm always funny till I'm not funny. That's what.
Oh, that's Ben. I'm sitting there trying to figure out. I said, look, I can see freaking Tito. He's drinking. Swami's freaking doing the same thing I am, freaking just messing with his beard or whatever. Adam, Mr. Whiskey Sits isn't even in the picture, and then I hear a keyboard. I hear a keyboard, and I'm like, oh, that's Ben. He's talking to Hot Butter Rolls.
Maybe I might also be working allegedly.
Oh, so are you working from home? Because
yeah, I'm on call 24/7. So anytime anything happens.
Well, I mean, what do you do in general? I mean, not necessarily who you work for or anything like that, but I mean, other than being a undercover CIA agent, what else do you do?
Well, kind of what Dan Shook explains, but much more to
you're
if
IT
you work
guy.
for a real company and a larger infrastructure.
Okay.
But actually, I have the exact same title as what do you call it?
Shook
Wow.
or
No,
Jason Busey?
Busey
Okay.
and I basically do the same thing, but he's not stuck living in New York where it costs $1 million to breathe the air.
Yeah.
he can
right.
he can fall all over YouTube, and I gotta at least
So
cost plus shipping bottles.
yeah, just a second, Ben. So this is someone that's never been on any of my streams, and some people might know I know the name, I just never seen the face. But let's go ahead and welcome Lava Man.
Lava Man.
How you doing?
What's up,
I
brother?
had to add my beard energy to the crowd here. You know what I'm saying?
That is an epic beard. That's
adequate.
competition.
He looks like the actor that plays Data without hair.
Brent Spiner without hair. I've not gotten that before.
Father
I'll say,
I see it.
Yep.
yeah, I know. I as soon as he said it, I was like, okay, Data Man. Okay, there we go. But like I said, I noticed the name from the chats and stuff like that, and this is the first time me seeing your face. I don't know if you've been on live with anybody else, and I just hadn't seen it. But welcome, and tell us a little bit about yourself, so people that are here watching know what's going on.
Live in Denver. Been collecting whiskey for a while, only because whiskey kept disappearing from the shelf. I didn't really pay attention. I'm not really like super on social media or anything. But when Buffalo Trace went allocated, I was like, okay, I got to figure out what's going on. Like I'd heard about McKenna getting the award and all that kind of stuff, but like there was still like plenty of good stuff. And then I was like, wait, what's really going on though? And so the past few months, I've been getting into this and started kind of collecting and stuff. And kind of found the YouTube stuff and everything. And here I am.
Well, welcome to the whiskey community. I'm glad that you're here. This is like kind of I would guess to say normal thing after most of the regular live streams throughout the week, or even some of the people's live streams are like last night on my bourbon journey. It was just basically everybody just getting on screen and talking and having a good time and stuff like that. So, and that's what it's all about. So Chris is Hot Butter Rolls is here. Hey Chris, you can go ahead and jump on too. We could. There's still a little room on. There's some more room on the screen. It couldn't get any weirder than it already has. With banana tattoos and stuff. But
endowment surgeries.
Hey, Lava Man, hit up my email with Mr. Whiskey at gmail.com and let's exchange samples or whatever, man.
Cool. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Mr. Whiskey Shit's the man with the coolest, the most bitchin' name on freaking YouTube. He's up there in Utah. It's like, so yeah, you're in Denver, so you're mountain time. I lived in I used to work for Intel when they actually had a plant in Colorado Springs for a couple years. Awesome place. Let's see. Who else is here?
Colorado has the Old Elk, right? You got Old Elk.
Yeah, that's Fort Collins. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh God! Speaking of Colorado, never buy this ever.
Oh, Breckenridge,
the reserve blend. This stuff sucks. This is in my top 2 worst whiskeys of all time.
Wow.
And this is store pick.
Yeah. Oh wow.
No one chose that crap.
Yeah. It is so bad.
I wonder how
the only thing I've had that I think is worse is Kirkland, Tennessee bourbon. Don't buy that.
So Simon, if you can hear me, you're like really breaking up really bad and like freezing up. So just so you know, decided to go for. I guess he decided to go for a walk. Let's see. So Desf, good night. Thanks for dropping in.
Hey, Taika Waikiki, get your bike better, bro. It's like really freaking staticky in here.
Boy, you are just freaking all over freaking Simon and freaking Ken, aren't you there, Swami?
I don't trust Australians. I've said it once and I'll say it again. I don't trust any country whose animals have pockets. Fuck them.
That's like not trusting something that's like one and doesn't die.
Yeah. But in North America, we have an opossum, and they have pockets.
Yeah, I'm sure they dropped them off here.
Oh yeah, but freaking
Ivan, man, I'll swap you some High West samples for those Colorado samples.
Oh yeah, so Lava Man.
Yeah, I got an old out store pick. I got a Peachtree Distillers. I got a couple other things. Yeah, from Colorado here. Yeah, we can do some samples.
So Lava Man, you're there in Colorado. So have you been able to try 291 or 291 at all? Or
yeah, I have tried it. I haven't bought any yet, but yeah, I've tried it. It's quite good. Yeah, like the main one that wins all the awards or whatever. Yeah, it's good stuff. I like it.
Sorry, Simon. I had to mute you. Your mic just was killing everybody. So not ruining the stream. There's not hell. I'm on here. I'm on here. The stream's already ruined. But
with that,
I have to keep control of the class. Okay.
I love each and every single one of you, even Data, even though I just met you. But I'm gonna go back to editing and afterwards, I don't know, probably watching a lot of Pornhub. So
okay. All right, thanks a lot, Swami.
Yeah, take it easy, guys.
Yeah,
see you soon.
Later, bro.
Later.
Hey, Bourbon, pop that shirt off so that hot buttery rolls will pop on.
Y'all don't want any of this. I mean, I'll do it, but
do what you got to do, man.
Come on, Chris, throw a shirt on and get on.
Get on, you pussy.
Yeah, he
I'll go shirtless. If you don't feel out of place, I'll go shirtless. I'm pretty sure I'm moved up from here right now.
He just doesn't want to show off his Justin Bieber chest tattoo that Hot Buttery Rolls has. He doesn't want to show it.
No, so, he's still shy about the stitches around his nipple.
Oh yeah, that could be a thing too. That cutting off that nipple was a bad thing.
So I'm saying we've all seen him topless already.
Yeah, we've seen him asleep. We've seen him all kinds.
I heard he had to have that tilapia skin graft. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like he had that. Yeah, it was the whole thing.
So let's see who else is here. Who's still here? So wow, we're down to 9. Well, we started out with 30 and got 22 hours, and that's about the pace about everybody dropping off. They get tired of me after that long. But
oh, come on. It's only 1 a.m. well, I guess it's Thursday now here, right?
Yeah, but like you said, you're working, you do work from home. You work 24 hours a day, so you can catch a nap here and there, I guess, right?
I mean, allegedly, I'm not supposed to, but,
Yeah.
I'm also not supposed to drink while on call, so, hey, whatever.
Well,
I'm 365 days a year, so, hold me up to that one.
The first rule of on-call is don't drink too much when you're on call. But yeah, you're drinking on call. I mean, come on, yeah, who doesn't? Yeah, I have every time I've been on call. Come on.
Unless you're in Sweden, it's all right.
Definitely. So what?
So Samurai's asking everyone's favorite bottle.
Everyone's favorite bottle? A full one?
Well, it's not your favorite if it's still full.
Okay. Well, yeah, it can be. It's the back. It's the 11 backups of that one bottle that are freaking full, right?
That's it already. Is that the one you just popped? And it's your favorite?
Yep.
Nice.
It's that good. It's that good.
Wow.
My favorite bottle is, well, I already said it before on another live, was Wild Turkey 101 Rye. If I was to go ahead and go out of that little, daily drinker type situation, I just really like freaking High West Boo Rye. But now that you can't, it's harder and harder to get. It's just I'm sipping on it. Instead of taking those nice deep pours, I'm taking the smaller ones, fewer and fewer, so I can make it last as long as I can. But
Stanley, you got a connection in Utah now.
Well, yeah, now I do. So maybe once I get once everything gets back to normal and I can freaking do stuff like that, then yeah. But then my go-to for the longest time was 1910. That's another one that I really like is Old Forester 1910.
That's a beautiful one.
Man, Stanley, you're going to be mad. I left a 2016 Borai on the shelf in Kentucky, but I know where it is. If we send something. I mean, they wanted $100 for it, but
yeah, that's the one thing that was really good about when I bought my Borai was I actually got it about 2 months before they decided that they weren't gonna, that was gonna be distillery only. And when I got it for $70 in a little like hole in the wall freaking store up in the desert out here, and that was the same place I ended up getting the some like four 18C28 Yippee Ki-Yays before they took those off the shelf too. So, and then one of them, if he's still here, Bourbon Beginnings, which he probably went to bed because he does have a real job in the morning. So, it's only 10 o'clock. Maybe he's still awake. He's probably still here somewhere. But Ruben, as soon as we could ever hook up in be in the same place at the same time, I have a bottle for him, and then I did some trading to get a batch 12 Yippee Ki-Yay. So that's and then the batch 12 Yippee Ki-Yay, which is I want to say the last or next to last batched, what they call batched freaking Yippee Ki-Yays before they went to the 5-digit way of doing everything. I think 12 was the last one. So that's one of those ones that'll be for when I go ahead and pop it open. It's going to be for me to try and whatever, but it'll probably end up getting sampled out to some of my friends and stuff like that, because it's something you can't get a hold of at all anymore. So, but so Tito's favorite is
probably this Smoke Wagon store pick. It's awesome. I don't think it's going to last very long though, and that's not something that I can replace. But so between sampling it out and drinking it, it's going to disappear.
If you're okay, so I don't know if anybody knows who knows Bourbon Beginnings channel, but if you don't, even the 9 people, 10 people, whatever, make sure you go check out Bourbon Beginnings. He puts up, he does lives on Facebook all the time. He's part of the Hot Buttery Rolls Whiskey Show freaking channel and the Junkies channels and stuff like over there on Facebook. He has a channel here on YouTube, Bourbon Beginnings, and him and his wife are great. They're funny as hell, and their cat he's continuously like getting ready to kill a cat because it keeps on knocking over his cameras and stuff, and it's freaking hilarious. But he's a really cool dude. I haven't been fortunate enough to be able to meet him and his wife, and someday that'll happen because he lives up in the high desert here in the Palmdale area. And so when I'm up in the desert. When the last time I was up in the desert, he was actually down the hill in Corona, so we didn't get to. I didn't get to meet up with him or anything, but someday that'll happen. But and then me and Tito, like I said, we know a lot of the same stores, and we know the center point store between me and him is called El Cerrito. It's literally, I would have to say, probably literally
That's
the
where
dead
this fits
center.
from.
That's literally the dead center liquor store between where I live and where he's at. Is El Cerrito, because I'm in like Redlands area to Corona is what 30 miles, 30-ish miles, and then where he's at in North Orange County is another
About the same.
About the same, yeah. About a third, give or take 25 to 30 minutes, depending on how drive to get to El Cerrito. So I'm sure that I'll probably run into him someday.
We'll have
Y'all
to
are about
meet.
to get all Californians on us like the SNL skit. We're like, all right, you just go down La Brea and then you take a left onto whatever. You California people talking about where you live. Like, yeah, no, I'm just right down south of, just southeast of where you go with like right there. Yeah, then I'm right around there, right? You know what I'm saying? We know where the thing is at, right? Yeah, right there.
Yeah, basically. We basically use Disneyland, Big Bear Mountain, and the windmills in Palm Springs as the main center points of how to get to where we're going. So, Simon's back in his house, and now he's drinking.
Sorry, I had to just because we've the neighbours have put their cows on the property, so I was just checking, make sure they're still in on the property.
Their cows.
The drop bears were messing with your signal out there. It was harsh.
Yeah, how did it turn out? I was trying to.
It didn't work.
Was it really shit?
Yeah, well, it just kept on like going like frame by frame, and then you'd go for a few frames, then stop, and then the mic wise, it was just going cut. It was just like somebody was hitting your phone with a hammer while you were walking.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, look, when I was watching it on the thing, it looked normal. Yeah, fair enough.
Good night, Chris.
Drop bears, I'm telling you. Yeah.
Good night, Chris. I do have. If you go back on this, there's a little bit of an update. There was an update last night on Scott's channel, but I will contact you hopefully before this weekend to give you an update on everything going with my interviews and stuff. So, and I appreciate you. I still need to talk, and you still need to physically talk to you about and tell you how much I appreciate what you did for me. Love you, brother. So let's see. There's no way. I'm trying to figure out who this. The Des F. She's popped up in my chats multiple times. I'm trying to figure who she is, but
you got random ladies sliding in your DMs. Nice.
Well, no, she hasn't DM'd me or anything yet, but just that she's in the chats on a few of my live streams.
Well, I think we should shout out Hot Buttery Rolls real quick, because without him, we might not be on this stream right now.
That is very true.
You know?
Yeah, that is true.
Chris, to you.
Hang on, I'm empty.
Uh-oh.
To you.
Go catch up. All right.
I need to get you a sample of this, Stanley.
What's that?
The smoke wagon pick, the 13 year.
Oh, 13.
All right.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, what's everybody's thoughts on about this stupid dumbass run on fitness? These 15-year that MGP 15-year or whatever it is that all of a sudden popped up.
Oh, the new riff?
Yeah, out of nowhere, all of a sudden their new riff is the one that gets the 15-year freaking the 15-year.
Well, the riff, they have roots. They were MGP first. These are old barrels they owned. I was there, 2.5 weeks ago now at this point?
Yeah.
And, they were talking about it. It's just an old honey barrel they had. and it was $200. They put it online. They said what day, but wouldn't say what time. Historically, they had put them on at like 11:30 to 12. They put it on at 8 a.m. It was $200, $150 of which was going to charity, to the point that they were taking your money and you could write it off because they was actually going direct to a 503c. And then these people turn around and take the 15-year MGP and they're selling it for $1,200 to $1,500.
Yeah. So the reason I brought that up in general was because today, I don't know if anybody knows. I'm sure that Tito does. I mean, because it's a Southern California thing, but Crazy Nas. That's
internationally known. He's internationally crazy.
So not talking about the smoke wagon shit, but and what he did, and I have to say, I'm sorry to say that what he did was completely. Other people have done it and not got called out for it, but it was wrong. But what it is that today he threw shade at New Riff without saying New Riff. He started hammering on him about, because I guess he can't get a hold of, for some reason, his distributor won't sell him New Riff stuff, picks and stuff like that, because won't let him buy New Riff barrels and stuff. I think that Adam just went. Okay.
I think he just went full Ken.
Yeah. There you go. Man, that Stag 15 freaking got you, huh?
I was going to ask
a hitter.
Maybe if Nas wasn't a dick to all these guys,
Yeah, I think that's where it's at.
But so he just right, and then the day before I notified. Single Barrel Snob Tim Van Riper. He just literally had Emily from 291 on his channel this week, and they were talking about the fact that she's one of those women in whiskey that nobody knows is a women in whiskey. That is one of the driving forces behind 291 and how their marketing and all that other stuff and what their expansion. She's been involved with it from pretty much almost day one. And then all of a sudden the next day, Nas is on there, and he's saying that 291 is shit. The Aspen Staves is a freaking joke. Just hammering on him on freaking on Instagram, and then turning around the very next day and then saying, talking about New Riff, and then he's like, I don't understand why people are willing to buy buy bottles from a company that is just a freaking glorified liquor store, which then I knew who he was talking about because everybody knows that New Riff started out of a liquor store. And I was like,
I was just at their facilities. They're doing it nice. They're doing it beautiful. I did a bunch of different picks. I loved the way they did the picks. It was awesome. They were interactive. They played on it. They gave us samples of our picks to take home with us.
Yeah.
They poured us something that isn't even available yet, so we could try it.
Yeah.
Incredible experience there.
Right.
And I'm not a huge New Riff fan, especially not with all these tater groups selling them for $80, $90, $100 a bottle. But, we got some interesting barrels, and cover to cover, an excellent experience.
Yeah, and the thing is like like Tim Evans is in here. What? Is that New Riff is they're not, it's not like they have this giant distribution, and they already had things in the works. Like he says, New Riff is a sole source for Binny's in Chicago and most of Illinois. So they're not. You see New Riff here on the West Coast every once in a while. I haven't really seen it a whole lot. There's only specific stores that seem to get a hold of it, and they happen to be large package stores that happen to have names that rhyme with Total Wines and More, and which is the only place I've seen them. I haven't seen it at Bevmo, and it's only been the straight bourbon, and I haven't seen the Rise or any of the other expressions from New Riff here in Southern California, other than people who bought them on secondary or had them hand delivered and turned around and trying to run secondary on them here in Southern California. And they're running secondary for a rye right now at like 120. And the only other place I found that I could get a hold of it ran out as soon, like within hours, and that was Justin's.
When you're ready, no problem.
Yeah,
I can get that here, no problem.
Being local to Colorado, I can say that, like, 291, if anything deserves $100 a bottle coming out of Colorado, it's 291. Like, I went to, in the before times, we went to a whiskey expo, and it was hands down, like, the most remarkable thing that me and everybody that I went with that I knew that tasted at that thing that was, Colorado based or whatever. There were some, like, larger Scotch brands there, so, things you can't really directly compare. But as far as like all of the Colorado stuff and really most of the bourbon that was there, 291 really stood out as actually one of the better ones that was there, like if not the best one that was there. And so I mean, like I said, as far as coming out of Colorado, $100 a bottle, I think 291 is probably the most deserving, if anything, is coming out of Colorado right now.
Right, and I've personally myself, I haven't had 291. They do have a very small. I mean, they do have a small distribution, and they are getting. They're starting to get a little bit larger. Some of that luck. I mean, the one thing, if there's one company that has a really small distribution that we're lucky enough in California to get, it's we're talking what the cheapest bottle is $179 is Old Carter.
Old Carter for $179.
Yeah, you get a Kentucky. You can get. I think I got a Kentucky batch. Tito's probably got one closer to him than I do, but
I got a bunch. The cheapest I paid is this one, $149, and that was for a rye.
Yo, Stanley, we got to talk about that.
Well, Tito
I
would
paid
probably
$250 for one in Kentucky, and I was happy about it.
Well, yeah, Kentucky's the worst place. The worst. I mean, so their major distribution. Yeah, he's got. Is that a store pick, Remus?
Yeah, definitely. 123 proof.
Sure,
yeah. So,
Remus's.
So the day after I met Mark and Sherry Carter, and I saw it on the shelf. What was I going to do?
Yeah, well, so so here's the deal with the Kentucky. Unfortunately, the two biggest distributions of Old Carter are in Kentucky and California, both the places that the Carters live, and
Maryland.
Well, yeah, then Maryland gets a bunch, but Florida is also now getting, I guess, is starting to get a little bit more. But California is a big distribution for them because, like I was discussing yesterday. They're from California. They're from Napa
Valley.
So and that's still, people don't realize Old Carter is not their main focus. They still have a large foot in the wine industry, but they have people running that for them, so they can put more focus. And it's just, if they don't have a crew of people doing this, they're the ones that are doing everything short of bottling and labeling. All the blending, I mean, all the tastings, all the freaking figuring, the barrels and everything else is all being done by them. And
it's insane how good it is.
Yeah, and the two bottles I have, the most I paid for a bottle is $199, and that's for a bourbon batch 4.
Ooh, that's
a good one. We're going to talk about that.
I wanted to ask you what you thought of Leopold Brothers, because they're from your neck of the woods. I asked about it last time when we were on Stanley, but
yeah, I never had it. So
yeah,
Mark and Sherry Carter can make Dickel taste delicious. They had a Tennessee blend. I got it blind from. They have one guy working for them now named Jay, who's running their new gift shop and will eventually be bottle shop by appointment only. And gave it to me blind, and it was delicious. Was it as good as the Kentucky stuff and the MGP stuff? I would say no, but I would say just by this much. And it turned out it was Dickel. So they just got skills.
Mad skills.
Well, it's just
and
like
incredibly nice people.
It's just like Old Scout. They have a Dickel. I call it the Dickel blend. which is Dickel and MGP half and half. Well, I don't know what the blend actually is, but
Oh, you mean the 13-year red labels?
yeah. They it's not. I mean, it's not as good as the other stuff, but it's not something I'm not going to get rid of. But I do have a Dickel. I do have an Old Scout 100% Dickel bottle, which is Old Scout 107, and it's not. I haven't popped it yet. Everybody tells me it's well, it's Dickel. It's Dickel. I said I don't care where it came from. I don't really care where it came from because I haven't tasted it.
That is Dickel. That's delicious.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of people that blend stuff and everything else, and they make Dickel Flintstone vitamins. Guess what? I used to love that shit when I was a kid. So I'm sure I'll get past it.
What do you guys reckon of West stuff?
Oh, don't get me going on. I've got everything. I've got all. I've got.
It's just landed in Australia. It's really.
There you go. I picked this up yesterday.
Beautiful.
What finish is that?
PX Sherry.
Okay, we're gonna have to. Yeah,
Nice.
we're gonna have to talk because that's a store pick one. I mean, that's like a pick. That's a tater bottle. See all the bottles that I get
out of a store.
No, right. It's a store pick. They are all the finishes are store picks. Here and that, but that's the first tatered High West bottle I've seen because the ones here in California the store picks and stuff. They just have the listing of the store on the side with whatever the finish is, and there's no big taters. I haven't seen a tater one yet, unless the only one I would think that would do a tater bottle that I haven't bought one from yet is the one Tito's going to bring down now. That's probably from El Cerrito because they tater everything.
Like what I would like to see is like the opposite of tatering a bottle, where it's just like a piece of masking tape and like handwritten by whoever does the bottle. And everyone's different because they're just like mass produced, like autographs from like an artist or something. You know what I mean? Like from like a musician or something. Where
Old
they're
Scout
just like scribbling it out. And just like doing each bottle by hand.
Old Scout doesn't do that per se. They actually printed out a label of a signature of Sarah. Which
no, you the signature. I'm saying, but like no, simply like they literally get you get the bottles and you put masking tape on them and just like write what it is on the side. Like just super ghetto, you know what I mean? Like just like make it like super like intensive labor wise, but like a limited edition thing where it's literally a piece of masking tape and you write what your name of it is.
So,
like the opposite of the tater. Like no finish, nothing. Just like we just put tape on here and just wrote it on there.
So there's a group out of upstate New York that hasn't let me in yet, and that allegedly is in upstate New York, and they did a bottle where they basically did a whiteboard on the side that said "Tater it your damn self." And it came with a And it came with a marker.
See, that's awesome. Yeah, that's
it
an
was
amazing
a
idea.
blank white square and a marker attached to the bottle.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But I think literally like masking tape. You know what I mean? Just a bunch of bottles, just masking tape, and just write it on there just a bunch of times. Like
And like these. Sample
right?
bottle?
No, like sample bottles. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but like have a pick that's like sample bottles, and you just like wrote the shit on there. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody's ever seen the sample bottles that Bourbon Beginnings puts out. Holy crap! So like he just showed you put a little piece of tape, write it on there, or if you have a label maker, you make a freaking quick label and everything else. The ones that Ruben and his wife put out from Bourbon Beginnings, they should be designing bottle labels for people because there's like they go like through a whole like I don't know how she makes it. His wife makes them, but when he does blinds, he sent a blind to Chris, Hot Buttery Rolls. And each bottle had the same Bourbon Beginnings freaking logo and stuff all like cut out on it, but each one was a different color. So it was like red, blue, green, whatever, and it just looks awesome. And it's like
a 1792 type of thing.
Yeah, it's just something that's like real. And then like that's like those sample bottles that people do they print out the labels that look like the real freaking bottles and stuff. Yeah, like that. What Ben's got right there, and But the ones that Ruben and his wife are doing are freaking. They were like this killer. I was like, holy crap, man, that's a lot of freaking work just for a sample bottle. But if anybody knows freaking, some people are me. I just use a label maker. I just put freaking what it is, what the proof is, because most of the stuff I send samples out of, like the Carter bottles and stuff like that, they vary in proof so much. I want to make sure they know which bottle they're getting and stuff. So, but speaking of samples, does how do you go about your doing your samples? I boil do you boil the bottles when you get them and all that good stuff, or is there like a certain way you do it so that it's you can get a bunch of samples out at once? Because I'm trying to figure out how, if I can send out like 4 or 5 sets of samples, how to get some sort of system going. I got bottles lying all over the place. I'm using freaking all kinds of funnels and everything else.
Well, were you watching earlier as the pipette was going up and down over here, for about the first hour of the stream? Yeah,
I
that's
can
who
do
you
that.
need to talk to. He knows.
Sorry, I'm sure that wasn't the most exciting thing to watch. I just wanted to get it done.
That was funny though, because I'm sitting there and then you popped on there and I'm like, I don't know if I want to bring him on because he's got like some sort of freaking giant syringe or something, and he's in the freaking. And I knew it. I knew that you were. I know what it was being used for. I've seen him before.
Was it for making meth so we can all stay up for Ken's 24-hour stream?
Officially, no. But if you would like a sample of said meth, then let me know.
He is a high school science teacher. So there is precedence. There's precedence here. He's a high school science teacher. It fits right in. Yeah, it's going.
So so Tito, back to your where this whole thing started on when you first came on was so you're doing a store pick with us. You're doing a store pick with you're doing a pick with somebody. You're not particularly fond of the whiskey at that proof.
I didn't taste it at that proof. I haven't tasted the whiskey at all yet. He tasted it and he was like, I don't know if we want to do this. And then he's like, I don't even know what proof they're doing it at because their proof bottles are pretty low. And then, so I said, give it to me, find out what proof they'll put our bottle at, and I'll proof it down and we'll do the samples at that, because there's no point in sampling it at cast strength if they're not going to release it at cast strength. And so we had the options of, I think it was 114 and 107. So I was proofing them down to those proofs. Why they send it to us at cast strength if they're not going to release it at cast strength, I don't know. But
so is it? Are we talking high rye? Are we talking weeder? Because I mean, that would be.
We're talking yellow rose. I have no idea what's in here. Outlaw bourbon.
Okay, because the only reason I asked is because, we sometimes like a weeder is better at that lower 107, between 100 and 107 proof.
Weeders do better with lower entry proofs, I feel. So like the Makers does a pretty low entry proof, but then like the Larceny stuff is at 125.
But it's not. Come on, it's not. Those freaking Larceny barrel proofs aren't that freaking awesome though.
No, okay. The thing is, their entry proof is 125, and I feel for wheat that's too high. No one else does it that high. Makers does one. I don't know exactly what Makers puts it in at. It's like 108, 107, something like that. And then the Weller is at 114 when they put it in, but Heaven Hill puts everything in at 125. And for rye bourbons, it's fine. But for wheaters, it feels like it needs it a little lower. It's a little too delicate for that.
Speaking of Weller, how much do you guys pay for the 12?
We don't, because we don't see it. At least
anywhere from $40
to
$250.
I feel better. I'll pay $200 for mine. That's Australian, so that's
unobtainium in Colorado.
150 USD.
Yeah.
I have a
the only Buffalo Trace we get in Colorado is Buffalo Trace. That's the only thing we get. Everything else is like hit or miss, and like we see very little BTAC. We see no Weller. Like it's like the only Buffalo Trace we see is Buffalo Trace. Eagle Rare is $45 here.
So Tim Evans just said that he got a single barrel Sazerac today.
Ooh.
And the gold sticker was enough. So
he was like gator stickers.
Yeah. So, but I'm saying still the a single barrel Sazerac. That sounds pretty. That sounds pretty good.
I got a Tater South Park yesterday.
So then let's see what we got here. Actually, I have one too. I have. What's really crazy is that everybody's doing South Park tater stickers. Anybody that has the pick from Great Lakes Whiskey Club and Klein Destination Bourbon, the Pandemic Special.
Yeah, I don't have
that one. That one is a South Park tater sticker. My friends, the whiskey wheelchair whiskey hunter and the Whiskey Neanderthal on Instagram, they did a pick out here with U.S. Liquor where they turned themselves into South Park characters, and they got a South Park. They're standing outside a U.S. Liquor in South Park in the tater sticker and stuff. It's pretty cool, but it's just weird how everybody's using superheroes and South Park to freaking do tater stickers.
I got a lot of superheroes.
You think that Colorado distilleries would kind of have like the lock on the South Park themed stickers, but I think they're all trying to like too hard to be taken seriously still. That they're not like willing to go out and be like, oh, we're gonna put South Park on our bottles. Like, no, we're not gonna do that. We're real whiskey. We're real whiskey. Like seriously,
But if they put South Park on it, they'd sell the shit out of it.
Okay, so since Lava Man's in Denver. So he would know what I references. So if nobody else understands the reference, I'm sorry. But from Denver, if you go to Aspen, you go a specific way on the highway past Coors, and you're going up that way, and you go up that way to Aspen. When you're in Colorado Springs, you have two options: go up to Denver and go that way to Aspen, or take the back way across the Badlands of what people always call the Badlands, because it's like really. If it's snowing, you can't see anywhere. Like it could be sunny, you can see the road, but if you try to look out, it's so white that you can't see anything. Well, on that road out there, there's a very, very small town that's called South Park, Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Park County, South Park, Park County, Colorado, just like in the show,
So it's an actual place. It has like 20-something people or something like that live there. It's a gas station, kind of a wrecking yard, and a volunteer fire department.
It's a four-way stop. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
So I've been there, and they have, and in their gas station they have like a gift shop, and of course they've got freaking all the South Park stuff in there and everything else. But if you want to see something that's really freaking will scare the shit out of you, but then when you realize how docile and how nice of an animal they are, if you ever get a chance to go out to Colorado and take the back way into Aspen, there are so many buffalo out there that are being raised on farms and stuff like that, that they eat apples out of your hand. Freaking, they're just, and it's,
I mean, they're cattle. Yeah, they're not wild animals. They're cattle. Like, they're the same as cows or whatever. Yeah. Like, but, don't like if they're not like behind a fence or whatever. Yeah, don't go to a buffalo. Don't go to a bison. It will murder you. But the ones that are raised, on a farm, they're just like cows. Yeah.
But I didn't realize how big they were. I've been around cows and stuff like that before, but I never realized how big a buffalo is. I'm 6'4", standing on flat ground next to a buffalo through a fence, and the hump of the buffalo is 7 or 8 inches taller than me.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
And the head of the buffalo is bigger than my entire torso. So yeah, they're gigantic. Yeah. But
I think a small bison is like 1,500 pounds. A small one.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Colorado's a beautiful place. Garden of the Gods. I used to live across the street from Garden of the Gods, at the state park right there. Cave of the Winds was right there too. So,
I've been to Cave of the Winds.
you've had a Cave of the Winds. Then
a treasure in there once, and I went there without going.
I was the thing that was great about that too was that Pikes Peak is literally right there by Colorado Springs, so I got to go watch the Pikes Peak runs live and then ride the cog railway. They actually have a real cog railway that goes up Pikes Peak that's really freaking it's really freaking slow, it's really freaking long, but it's really freaking cool. So, but yeah, that's I would like to go. I'm going to go back there someday. Just
Okay,
and it's
since we're live.
In Denver these days, you like throw a rock for 10 years ago, you could throw a rock and hit a brewery. Now you throw a rock, you hit a distillery. There's so many here. It's just, there's I think in the state of Colorado, there's something like 60 or 70 right now. It's so many.
Simon's over here playing Big Dick Club with us over here.
Right.
I think it's time for a comparison that both the 17s.
Australian Big Dick Club over here.
There you go.
I've never tried this before. I've always wanted to see.
So is downtown Denver by the baseball park and the stadium and stuff? Is that still like Brewery Row, microbrewery row? Because I remember when.
There's still quite a lot down there. Yeah. It's honestly it's all over the city now. Like pretty much every neighborhood. Like there's almost no place like in like the central sort of Denver when even getting out to some of the most of the nearer suburbs where you can't walk to a brewery. They're everywhere. It's all over the place. All over the place.
Because Colorado, downtown Colorado Springs, you could when I was there, this is we're talking 2000 to 2002 or whatever. You couldn't turn a corner in Colorado Springs without running into a freaking microbrewery or a specialty pizza place that had some sort of weird way of making pizza. Just so anybody knows, if you're ever in Colorado Springs or you're ever in you hear that there's a pizza place called Bojo's near that you can get to, go there. That's the greatest pizza that's ever been made.
The Colorado style pizza, yeah.
It's a weak crust, and then when you're done eating it and you have the crust left over, they bring you there's honey at your table, and you eat the crust with honey and stuff like that. It's almost like a dessert crust to the pizza.
Of course the New York guy is going to have a problem with that. Of course he will.
But it is also home. It is also home of Bojo's is the home of what is it, the $150 pizza, which is a contest for two people in 30 minutes to eat this this freaking gigantic pizza, and if they do, they don't have to pay for it. But if they don't, it costs them $150.
If it tastes good, you might be able to finish it.
Yeah, but it's literally I think it's 8 pounds, 8 or 9 pounds is how much it weighs.
Yeah, I feel like the problem with that is that it's one giant piece. If I had to eat 8 pounds of pizza, that's a whole different thing than eating 1 8-pound pizza, right? Yeah. Slices, stack them up. As long as they're coming fresh, that's a whole different situation than being give me 1 8-pound bowl of dough and sauce, and that's gonna get
right
cold.
by the end,
go through it it's gonna be so gross. Halfway through,
By the end, you got dry, cold cheese, solid.
Yeah.
all
So,
right, Stanley, thank you for having me on. I think I'm schlammered enough. I still have to write a test for tomorrow. And so,
you have to Google a test.
No, I can't, because now we're virtual. That's all they do is Google the answers. I have kids that
really care?
and it's 100% on the test. It's amazing.
Okay, so your kids get good grades. Everybody's happy.
Yeah. The only problem is they have an AP test at the end, and I have to justify the grades when they don't pass the AP test.
All right, Tito, thanks for hanging out. Get yourself some water, get yourself a snack, and because I don't think that they're going to be able to answer questions on titration of whiskeys for a high school freaking.
But what's the chemical
Maybe
formula?
I'll ask them, what's my favorite bottle? And if they get it, it's extra credit. I don't know. Maybe they're watching this. I hope not, but maybe they are.
Or just tell them the rules that it takes to make a bourbon.
Ooh, test them on those rules. Yep.
The chemical formula for the terpene responsible for oakiness in bourbon.
I like it.
All right. I'll talk to you later, Tito.
All right, man. Thank you.
Yeah. You have a good night.
Cheers.
So Whiskey Samurai is asking, was it? Here we go. Let's see. Mashville on his set because so Whiskey Samurai has a new YouTube channel where he's reviewing bourbons and talking about his the Hot Wheels that are in his collection and doing some background on the Hot Wheels and his first official review. His first official review he's working on right now. But he's saying that on his set he wants to hang his fixed poster of Man Bear Pig, and
half man, half bear, and half pig.
Yeah, he wants to know: do you think that YouTube would be an ass about it? No, I don't think they'd be an ass about in the background. If you
why would they care about something that doesn't exist?
There you go.
Man Bear Pig
They
exists.
care about anything.
Look, if you've really watched anything on the obscure channels that are on YouTube and the weird shits on YouTube that hasn't been taken down, Man Bear Pig's not going to be a freaking problem. But yeah, just you know what? Do you what the worst thing? What would be the worst thing that could happen? YouTube sends you a letter and says that you need to re-edit it or whatever because it's considered to be offensive. You just do it and you don't worry about it because freaking, But then again, someone that sees that might relate themselves to you in the fact that you're a South Park fan. And then guess what? Then they tell somebody, hey, this guy is talking about whiskey. We like whiskey, but we also like South Park, and we like Hot Wheels or whatever. Just do you. Don't let anybody tell you not to be you. So, and then let's see. So we're down to 5. 3 of you are here with me. So 2 people are in the chat, and I'm guessing that those 2 people.
Samurai.
So I'm guessing the 2 people besides us here. Well, okay. There's 3 people that'll be in the chat. 3 people besides me because it's not supposed to count me. That means that Bourbon Beginnings, Tim Evans, and Whiskey Samurai are in the chat, and the 3 of you are here.
It's only 2 a.m. here.
2. Really? It's
I
only
feel like
3 p.m.
Western
here.
United States is underrepresented in the whole bourbon community. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of West U.S. people.
There's you know what, truthfully, so Colorado, so Mr. Whiskey Shits is in Utah. He might still be in here lurking somewhere, who knows, or he might have went ahead and passed out. But Mr. Whiskey Shits in Utah. Adriana Whiskey Mountains, she's in Utah. Then you got me, Tito, Bourbon Bites, SoCal Tomato Guy. Who else? I'm trying to think who else. Oh, you've got SoCal Dram Tram YouTube channel. There's like 7 or 8 of us in Southern California that I know of regularly that I do talk to or in touch with on YouTube. Colorado wise, I don't know anybody in Colorado that's doing whiskey channels. The only other people I know are a couple of them in Washington. Nobody in Arizona that I know of. But yeah, I think that you are saying that is right. Like there's no reputation on you. There's no representation on YouTube from West Coast, but on Instagram, there's freaking shitloads of freaking West Coasters. Right off the top of my head, I could probably freaking name off 20 just within that I could probably hit with a freaking rock. No, I'm just kidding. But on Instagram, it's a little bit, like I said, it's a different story. It's a different deal. There's like a lot of groups per se, where like you got the 2 o'clock chugs group, where at 2 o'clock on Thursday or whatever, I can't remember what day it is, but at 2 o'clock in their time zone, they put up a video of them chugging off a bottle, and it's like, okay, and then it goes across through time zones, and then you got like the group that I frequent with is across the United States. There's a couple hundred of us on Instagram that do stuff that follow each other, and they just actually, a bunch of them came from Virginia and Florida and stuff like that, and met in Vegas this last weekend with the West Coasters that were able to go to celebrate one of the guys, John's birthday. So they got a chance to take time off and go someplace that was going to let them actually go do something, which was Vegas, all in the same place, even though they were masked up. And they went freaking batshit. Like they went to bars that were doing the old like 70-year-old bottles of Old Fitz, and the $3,000 freaking Eagle Rare bottles and stuff like that, and where 2-ounce pours were like $100 and shit like that. So I was like, I can't afford that kind of shit, but more power to them if their credit card has enough room on it. But yeah, I couldn't go obviously because of my situation and stuff. But the one good thing about the Southern California thing, what's that, Simon?
I was just going to say the weird, because I'm comparing those two Turkey 17-year-olds, and the first one, which is only like 43%, is darker than the bottled in bond.
So you said the Turkey 17-year-old, that's so
yeah, they're masters. Because I'm lucky I've got both of them, the original release and the bottled in bond. But the original one, which is 43 point something, is darker than the bottled bond. Weird.
Well, but the proof doesn't. Okay, so proof has nothing to do with color. When it comes to bourbons and stuff, because believe me, if you've ever had any, I don't know if you've had Balcones, but
yep,
that shit's freaking 2 years. That shit's barely a day over 2 years old, and it's as black as freaking coffee. But I can I can go get another bourbon that's been aged for 5 or 6 years. That's even a higher proof than a freaking like a brimstone. That is, like that, So the darkness or color doesn't necessarily relate to proof. So it might have.
The age is exactly the same. They're both 17.
But at the
same, in a hotter part of the warehouse, or a different warehouse, and the temperatures swung differently. You can have two barrels right next to each other, and they can come out totally different colors.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. So when they did the first 17 year, it might have been so it's darker. So more than likely, it was was more at the top of the rick house where the heat is held more than the lower part of the rick house, or that it's if it was in one of the rick houses, the older rick houses that might not have any kind of temperature control or anything like that, depending on where.
The original 17, it was actually one of those, when they had that big, I'm not sure if it was a fire or something, one of the warehouses just broke down, and apparently the original 17-year-old, that's where it came from. It was sitting in water for a while.
Yeah, so and then if it might have also been sitting more out in the weather than something like that. So therefore, it's it's contracting and expanding at a way different rate than anything in the rick house itself. That might be on a lower level or something like that. So that can contribute. That contributes to it. So that could be the difference in the proof is not necessarily because the color. If you think about the color is coming from the wood, right? Yeah. The proof's not coming from the wood. The color is coming from the color and the taste is coming from the barrel itself.
Barrel, yeah.
Because they're put. I mean, the spirit going in is just white dog, and it's at proof. It's at whatever proof it's going to be the entry proof at, and then the color all comes from the barrel. So the barrel contracting, expanding is the color. So it might not necessarily be effective of the proof.
Now that you mentioned that, even though this is the it's only 43% apparently that's still cask strengths.
43%. That's 86.
Yeah, it is apparently I just had a look at it. It's the how it aged, it actually, you know, as it depending what kind of environment, it either goes higher in alcohol or lower.
Okay, so that's what comes.
So yeah, even this 43% one is looking at it. Yeah, it's cask strengths. That's what I reckon.
Okay, so yeah, so then other than proof, because the bottle and bond's 100.
Yeah.
And then your other one is at 86, almost 87.
Yeah.
So, like, comparing the two of them, though, in taste-wise and everything else, I mean, it's got to, even not thinking proof-wise, that would be the heat or whatever that you're tasting. Does the lower proof one just taste like it's freaking more flavorful, or it has more of a charcoal taste, a burnt wood taste to it, like an oak, a really super oaky compared to the other bottled and bond? Because that would be that would explain the darkness.
Yeah, definitely the 43 one is more oaky. Because I remember watching an interview about Eddie Russell talking about it, and yeah, he said it's the 43% one is actually cask strengths.
So yeah,
the time it spent in the barrel and the I guess because it was out of that, whatever happened to that warehouse, you know, a lot of them just fell out of it.
So what time is it where you're at there, Simon?
3 in the afternoon, or just past 3. Yeah.
So it's just a normal everyday freaking like. So do you work from home then?
Oh no, I actually work in the mine. So what happens is we go up there for a few weeks straight in a row, working from a Monday to Sunday, 12 hours a day, and then we get, you know, depending what shift, we get 2 or 3 weeks off, and then go back up there.
Okay, yeah, my friend here in the States, in Nevada, he works as big giant. He drives the big giant freaking dump trucks and everything else that go into the mines, and then and all stuff like that. And he's precious metals, so he works out of a silver mine, and silver and precious metals mines in Nevada. So. And that's the same thing he has, is like he knows exactly what his schedule is, and he sets it up his schedule to because he's been there long enough to be able to pick when he works and when he doesn't work, because his son is a motorcycle racer. So he can figure out the schedule of when he needs to work and then when he needs his time off to be able to go do the motocross circuit and stuff like that. So
Here in Australia we call it fly in, fly out, because we're going in, the mines are completely in the outback, completely remote, and when we go there, we usually stay for a few weeks, and then once those few weeks are over, we come back for whatever, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then go back for another 3-4 weeks. And
well, I mean, it's a lot of time off, so
yeah, it is.
But so I was sitting there trying to figure out what you were doing there, Lava Man, for a little bit, because I was sitting there going, "What the hell is he doing?" And then I'm like, realized that you're rolling. So I was like, "What the?" Because I was like, "What the hell is he doing?" But
yeah, I'm working, a hand rolled cigarillo. It's a Dominican grown Connecticut shade leaf. wrapper around a locally grown organic Denver filler.
Filler.
You know what? You should be the spokesman for something like. I mean, for organic fillers out of Denver, because I've never actually heard somebody express it in that way before. And Colorado is was one of the original lands of organic fillers.
Indeed.
So. So
spicy organic fillers.
Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, so Bourbon Beginnings. Yeah, I'll see you later. Yeah, he might have dropped off. Yeah, a couple minutes ago he left. If you're still here, Ruben, yeah. I'll see you later. He said he didn't get off till 9:30 tonight, and now he has to go back to work at 6:30. So, I'll talk to you later, Ruben.
What time is it for you guys?
11:10 at night.
I want to talk about what time it is.
It's just after midnight here.
Yeah, I'm 11:10 on the West Coast at night. Lava Man is 12:10 in the Mountain Time Zone. And Bourbon is he's in Ken territory at freaking at a 2 o'clock at a 2:10
club.
2:10 in the morning.
He's about to start his second job as a New York Times delivery boy.
Yeah. It's 2:10 in the morning where he's at.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think I'm hitting the wall over here.
Yeah, same here, because I do have yet another interview to get up at a decent time tomorrow morning and prep for tomorrow afternoon. So I actually originally planned to be on, well, it's never worked out, but I've always planned to be on for about an hour, and it always turns into at least 2 or 3. But I appreciate you guys coming on here and talking to me. It was nice to meet you, Lava Man. I hope that you're. I hope you jump on again at some other point in time, in some other chat, some other lives with other people, and then to Whiskey Samurai, James. Thank you for hanging out. He's also technically East Coast because he's in Chattanooga, Tennessee, which is weird to me, and so he's at 2:10 in the morning also. So.
He's right over the timeline.
Yeah. So he needs to go. He should probably go to sleep too, but whatever. I'm not his dad. And if there's 4 people, so 3 and Whiskey Samurai. So there you go. If Tim Evans, if you are still here for some strange reason, and because you haven't been in the chat in a while, and I probably missed you saying goodnight. Thank you for everybody that joined. Anybody that watches this later on, thank you for watching my dumbass, and I'll go ahead and see everybody later. Thanks again, guys, and as always, I'll see you on the other side.
And if you guys ever want to jump on
good luck tomorrow.
One of Ken's streams, he streams almost every day.
Is he going on at 4:30 in the morning again, or 4:30 in the morning my time?
He usually goes 8:30 at night our time, Australian time. Don't know what time it'll be.
Well, he's been when it's coming up at 4:30 in the morning, like every time this week. So that's what I'm saying. 4:30 my time in the morning. So, and I don't know if he's posted anything yet saying that he's get dribbles and drams or whatever is going to go beyond tomorrow. So, I don't know if he's streaming tomorrow or not.
Usually Friday. He definitely streams Friday.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, I'll try to jump on. I'll try to get on before the end of the week. If not, I'm sure that I'll get on one of his streams this weekend. So, all right. I'll talk to you guys later.
Yep.
Good night, John.
Night.